What is up, YouTube? My Cowboys family here, bringing you guys the latest update on our very own Dallas Cowboys. And of course, as always, thank you so much for joining us here tonight on a weekly wrap-up, live stream, wrapping up the week, of course, talking all about our Dallas Cowboys.
Catching up on this weekend, all the news, info, and updates. We roll here and crowning some champions here tonight. Well, finishing the week off with some champions and maybe some new champions, kicking it off tomorrow right here on My Cowboys Family. We'll get into that and more. But first, baby, let's open this thing up here on the finale of the week and give some shout-outs to those that make the thing roll on here, on and on.
That's right.
On the nightly.
Like our sponsor of the week and the Cash App King in this case. You know why he's here.
You know why.
SnugX.
Much love to the man,
Thank you so much, Snug. Appreciate you, of course. And he's not just representing, right? He's representing those two spots. And Marco Seppian is bossing that stream boss around.
Yeah,
with
61
points.
61 points. Hanging on there in the yellow there, the sliver of green. Much love to Marco Seppian from Hawaii, repping that star for everything. Much love to him. Now, there are some leaders. We got to talk about the leaders this week and some drops that came. Now, I got to say this first and foremost. The man, Dwayne Broussard, kicking it off right with that DAC drop, the $4 holler, and a Go Cowboys.
Representing. Thank you, Dwayne.
The top dog. Much love to him. And then, got some memberships to catch up on, like Brandon James Shea, back in that navy blue crew. Jason Renfro, too. Yeah, he's in that silver level as well. He's got marked for that. I see Jason in the house. He's currently in first place, baby, on the overall board, and he's currently the leader in the Cash App. Now, he's only up by 2. He's only up 2 on Skeptical Fan and 4 or 5 on the overall board. So it's a battle to the end, although Jason's trying to extend that with another dollar holler and a Go Cowboys from Jason Renfro. Always much love to him. And let me also not forget about the man staying skeptical, because Skeptical Fan also dropped a little love right after the stream on Friday night, on Fan Friday, and he dropped that Go Cow. Actually, it was a carrot eating comment for Asha eating the
What's up,
carrot. Yes, the What's Up, Doc. So much love to Skeptical Fan for that drop, the love associated with that, and it's a battle, guys. I mean, it was a close battle on Friday night when we left this, and now it's about a 3-point lead. I can say here when it comes to Jason. Actually, Jason with the 4 right there, and now another one in the Cash App. Jason Renfro drops a dollar holler. Let me actually put it back on here, baby, because Jason Renfro dropped a dollar holler right now as we speak.
Thank you, Jason.
Go Cowboys. Now he's 5. I think he's either 5 or a little over 5 points up on Skeptical Fan in the overall board, and he's now 3 up on him on the Cash App board. So much love to the man, Jason Renfro, trying very hard for that full takeover. We'll see what happens. It's a close battle right now. Mark's down at 60 points. Jason has a slight lead over Skeptical Fan, but there's many, many others in right there at 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place. So we'll see what happens tonight. Could be a big one for the winner. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this thing goes. So much love to Jason Renfro. He's currently in the lead as of this moment. And maybe there's other ways to help the channel, not just super chats, which are back after last month. We got them back. And then the memberships, of course. Much love to the memberships. Like I said, Jason Renfro, Brandon James Shea, they're right back in the thing. So appreciate you guys. And I've already added all those numbers up. I got to add Dwayne Broussard on the board. Make sure I don't have him. I think he breaks a tie or moves up a little bit. So maybe as I figure that out, what's the other 4 ways people can drop the love from above?
You have, of course, the Cash App, money sign My Cowboys Family, the Venmo, My-Cowboys-Family, of course, the regular PayPal link for all our international friends, and Streamlabs lets your comments show up right here on screen, just like a super chat.
Much love to everybody, whichever way. We appreciate you guys for love and support and the chatting in the chat, which now we got to do the shout-outs. But first, baby, I just want to say Dwayne Broussard still in 10th place. Did not catch the Cowboys mosh yet, but he's getting closer, right? He's getting closer. So I'll double-check that, actually, make sure he didn't catch... actually, he did jump on Mr. Cowboys mosh. I'll fix that as you do the shout-outs here.
Yeah, go ahead and do the shout-outs here in the
MCF.
chat.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much to Corey Higgs for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
We have Raymond Solis in the house. Big Flock 91, hello and hi. Skeptical Fan always. Stay skeptical. Much love to you.
In 2nd place right now. Oh, I forgot the gifting leader. That's right. I mean, he's the gifting king last month.
Yeah.
Much love to the man's Skeptical Fan, but also he's got, I think, 2 this month kicking it off. Jason Renfro is leading it with 7. So that battle also ensues and kicked off this month.
So let me see who else is here in the house. Roland White, hello and hi. Jason Renfro, much love to you. the man himself, Snug X,
Snug.
representing.
The king of the cash, the king of the cash, and the sponsor of the week.
Big boss man in the house as well. PPC Records, hello and hi. Dwayne Broussard, the top dog himself. Thomas Garrett, the superior Garrett. El Cool, much love to you.
Staying cool.
We have Steven Escobar, hello and hi.
Yeah.
Let me come back down. Make sure to miss anybody. Bruce got the toxic juice. Much love. Rolando Rodriguez.
Yeah, by the way, with Dwayne Broussard's drop, he's in 6th place now. Just like that. In 6th place on the overall board. Just wanted to update you guys on that. And Jason Renfro. Now he's up like 6 on Skeptical Fan with another $1 plus 11-cent holler right there. Much love to Jason Renfro and Go Cowboys.
Ooh, thank you, Jason. Appreciate you. Much love.
It don't stop there. Actually, he also drops another one in the Cash App side. He's keeping us busy tonight here. The leader in the Cash App, trying to take that takeover. Jason Renfro, another Go Cowboys in the Cash App side. This is a Jason Renfro show as of now.
Thank you, Jason. Of course, appreciate you. Much love. Marco Sepians repping that 59 points.
Yeah, down to 59.
So,
and by the way, I said the leaders on the membership gifting, which is a new thing we got. Much love, Jason Renfro this month, leading again over Skeptical Fan 7-2. But Skeptical Fan, of course, is the champion for the month. And Skeptical Fan also in the star level membership, which again we always do the shout outs. Star level and the over everything levels. Much love to Skeptical Fan in the star level. Lincoln Kane from Australia, repping that star for everything in that star level. And of course, Dwayne Broussard, the top dog in that star level membership. Don't forget a new addition here the other day, Mary Alvarez. Truly appreciate all you got, all 4 of you, in that star level and over everything. If in the future, we'll see. Oh, and I just jumped out my seat because Gary Stokes was in the membership last month, dropped out of it I think a couple days ago, back in it now in the house because of Jason Renfro's gifted membership, another 5 on it, and now he has 8 total gifted memberships for this month. We're doing this a monthly thing. Jason Renfro trying to I think he's in a double-digit lead, about 10, 11 now over Skeptical Fan, just like that. So much love. Congrats to Gary Stokes for getting that.
Jason.
And much love to Jason Renfro for a gifted membership. He has 8 on the month.
And of course, as always, drop them if you got it.
Yep. Much love Gary Stokes.
And Cactus G in the place to be. What's up? Hello and hi.
Hey.
So, baby, again, I'm almost positive that's everybody here. As we, of course, get ready to show our beautiful faces here in just a few moments. Yeah,
we're just getting it rolling here, getting it ready. Appreciate everybody here with us. And, got a couple things to discuss about our Dallas Cowboys. You haven't seen our shorts. You've seen the shorts we uploaded, the videos we uploaded. Check it all out if you haven't yet. And, as the off season continues into training camp and beyond, a lot more stuff coming on this channel. Get ready for it. So, let me see here. I just wanted to make sure I got everything now updated. I think across the board, all the board is above. The above is now. Oh, it's not fixed yet. So get a comment or two, baby, as I fix the membership gifting.
Yeah. So board. PPC Records. There's only one top dog around these parts, and he's right there.
That's Dwayne Broussard. Yeah.
Dwayne Broussard. So although we recognize all the top dogs in a general sense,
That's our top dog here. He's the man, Dwayne Broussard.
So where my dog's at? Let me see. Let me see here. Corey again. Sorry, I am removing your comment there. Just no politics. That's not what we're about here.
We don't do politics here. So, we keep it Cowboys. No matter what your beliefs are, our beliefs, whatever. Who cares? We want that 6th and beyond. It's about that star. Not politics, over everything.
Yes.
So, let's open it up. Boom, we're here.
There we go.
You can't take the hat. You can take the hat. You can take the hat, but you can't take that star, baby.
Style with that Dallas Cowboys shirt.
That's a Skeptical Fan special right there. This is actually the old Witten one. Hey, you can't take the hat, but you cannot take the heart, baby. Oh, speaking of heart, Texas Limes is back in it, baby. He was also another guy who was in it and then jumped out. Same as last month, actually. It's funny. Exact same day. Texas Lime is back in it.
So thanks for being here. What's up?
Who dropped that? That's Skeptical Fan. And he's keeping up.
It is. Actually, it said he gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, whoa. I didn't see that.
So only one of them showed up, though.
Because no one else turned it on. You got to turn it on. You got to accept.
That's right.
You guys got to accept it. You got to click that box and accept it. I know there's certain features, it's an iPhone. I don't know if you can do it on some of them, or if you have a branded channel. I don't think you can do it. But anything else, you guys just put on accept gifting or accept.
Okay, got it.
And you guys can have it. Yeah, you guys can get them. So there's 4 hanging out right now.
So I guess I was going to say, so the next 4 lucky people who do that, will get that access. So, awesome. Thank you, Skeptical.
Yeah, Skeptical. With that drop, though, baby. Skeptical is taking the lead.
I was going to say, I put him in the lead.
By 14 over Jason Renfro.
There
Something
you go.
like that.
Thank
Man.
you, Skeptical. Much love.
I got to update
and all
this.
good, Corey. Again, just
it's all good.
To keep us all on the same page here, right? Scorpio, what's up? Much love. So
I'm just saying, baby, I have the gifted knowledge here, which, by the way, now he's in the lead, so I have to update the board. And I also got to update the gifting board here, too, because he's getting a lot closer to Jason Renfro on that battle as well. So a lot of stuff going on here tonight, baby. Hit up a question or two in the chat, and we're going to kick this thing off tonight, if that's okay.
But yes, again, I'm not sure if you can tell really in this light, but I did.
The wife has changed up a little bit on the hairstyle, babe. What?
Again, it's kind of hard to tell, like I said, so it just makes me laugh because I pretty much do this every time I get a haircut where I'm like, oh my god, I cut off so much hair and I got it completely changed, and then everyone is like, oh, but it basically looks the same, and I'm like, it looks completely different. I
love it, baby. I love it, but it is, it's a little darker, but it's got a little. Yes. Can you guys tell the flavoring in the hair? You know what I mean, like the different shades, the tinctures. Let us know if you can tell off the. I can tell, baby. I mean,
they can probably tell just because I probably still have hair dye staining.
I
think I got most of it off.
It was not for the hair. It was not for the stream tonight. The hair change, of course. It just happened to coincide with our going on camera. Usually Sundays we try to go on cameras because hey, in the regular season, guess when we're going to be on camera?
Every Sunday,
game day. You know it. So
right here,
you know how that goes. So any last comments before we roll out here? Again, I just wanted to say, Skeptical Fan in first place now, but baby, he's also got 7 memberships gifted. Jason Renfro has 8 memberships gifted. That's a lock in a race there, a battle. And right now, Skeptical's up by about 14 over Jason Renfro on the overall board. But Jason Renfro still has that Cash App lead over Skeptical Fan. So anyways, on that note, any other comments?
So yeah, again, Skeptical Fan, not really sure. Like I said, I thought it did kind of work
as far as
automatically and stuff.
What?
But
yeah, I think people have to, like the House Nelson could turn on his accepting of the gifts and he would get it. So, or he should get it that way. So again, we can't do it because we have
obviously, I'm already a...
Yeah, we are all... Yeah, I can't do it. You're already a member, so if you're already a member, of course, you can't get it either. But guys like... I'm looking here. Is it Scorpio? Does he have one in here? I think he does have... Yeah, he has a membership. So I'm just saying, House Nelson, Corey Hicks, those guys, I'm looking here. They're available to grab those. Oh!
There you go.
And then another 5
Jason Renfro gifting another 5
that's fire.
Memberships.
1, 2, 3, 4. We got 9 memberships waiting right now. You know what that means, maybe? I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure these things, whether it happens all right now or it happens throughout the stream, they're giving out the membership.
How about this? Let's do a little teamwork. All right. While you start with some of the Cowboy news, first of all, shout out to you, Jason. Much love. Thank you, Skeptical, as well.
Guess who goes back in first place?
I'm going to go ahead and see what people need to do to, like, turn on.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it. Again, I was confused about it. You can say it a million
times. I don't even know what you're saying. So just letting you know.
If you click the green box, there's a little thing that says memberships, accept gifted memberships. I think that's what it actually says. So it's instant if you have it set that way. It has to be per channel. So if let's say you did it on another channel, you have to do it on every channel you are partaking in. You have to turn it on to that channel's functions, I guess you can say. So I mean, I know because I've actually gone through the same thing on issues, and we have a branded channel, so we don't receive like gifted memberships. You cannot when you have a branded channel. So, but if you don't have a branded channel,
so again, that might be the reason some people aren't getting it too, because you do have a branded channel.
And again, you can unbrand yourself and then brand it back, but there's a way of accepting gifts on there. So, just saying. And once you hit that, it should work. That sucks, but that it didn't come through yet. But the thing is,
it did used to be instant. That's what I don't get. So,
but if everybody has it in here, then like, I don't know. I'm not sure. It used to not here. It used to not be instant. I don't think so. Skeptical Fan. Whoa, what's going on?
Thank you so much, Skeptical. Much love. Yes, he gifted another membership there too. Another lucky Cowboys family member.
It doesn't really grow until people are accepting the memberships, right? So, I'm looking here trying to see if the membership list has grown or not. It's grown with Texas Limes and Gary Stokes. See,
Big Boss Man. Much love to you.
Big Boss Man now in it, just like that, quick and easy.
So there you go, and I'm pretty sure Big Boss Man had commented earlier. Although I guess I was So there you go. So Big Boss Man, hopefully, hello and hi.
Yes,
and there you go.
boss,
Enjoy
man,
your
now.
gifted membership. I think as people trickle in and then they're able to.
I think people. Right. That's my thing. As people come in and out, I think you'll see.
Oh, that's
more
gonna be fun throughout the night.
It's gonna pop up. It's gonna start screaming at us.
Popcorn,
yeah. So I gotta make sure I get this right. So Skeptical. Did he drop?
So Big Boss Man said it. It's a link that says allow gifts.
Oh,
so you do have to basically accept.
Right. You have to allow
gifting
gifts
to yourself,
but in each channel. Like you can do it on 5 other channels. You don't do it here. You don't get the. You don't get the gifting, so to speak. So there you go. You have to do it for each channel you go to. So hold on. Click
gifts under live chat and hit accept gifts. So there you go, Scorpio. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Scorpio.
You see, even I didn't know.
There's a lot of them out there right now. A lot of the memberships. So let me just make sure, because I just flew by another one here from Skeptical Fan. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3 from Mr. Skeptical Fan on top of the 5 he already gave, and on top of the 20, the other 5 that Jason Renfro dropped here. Man, my goodness,
we're gonna have lots of emojis in this chat.
It's a battle here. Yeah, let me get this here. Hold on, give me a second. And because again, I gotta this is the first thing for us too, guys. We haven't had memberships like this since May 1st, right? And we finally got them back May 1st. Since till now, but the gifted memberships,
even before you two,
all our
their
time
shenanigans, right?
Yeah, we had not had any. Oh, there's a regular drop at 289.
Thank you, Skeptical Fan.
From the man staying skeptical.
And with a 289 drop, he said, "Any good news on the janitor?"
Nothing new yet on Schoonmaker. Much love the Skeptical Fan. We know who that is. Yeah, I mean, not yet. Nothing
really new on Schoonmaker.
I had talked about it being inflammation. I know other people are worried maybe it's plantar fasciitis. The good news is the Cowboys are not too concerned. Hopefully, he's 25, so he better be okay. He's already older.
I think if it was plantar fasciitis, the Cowboys maybe would have seen signs of that during the physicals or other things like that. So it does lead me to believe that it's more likely inflammation, but
that's the hope. That's the hope. You never know.
Injury bugs can strike whenever, so let's just hope that it is just that. And remember, the players obviously are still dealing with maybe a few bumps and bruises from after the season, and especially trying to maybe show off a little bit for combines or workouts or things like that. Like maybe he just pushed himself a little too hard, trying to impress, trying to whatever, and got a little banged up,
Again, we don't know the background on it, which is what's sometimes scary about it. Because hey, why aren't the Cowboys letting us know what's going on? But that's the way.
And that's why I understand why people see the boot and think, oh yeah, it's inflammation, like they're saying, or no, it's plantar fasciitis, and he's gonna break a leg, and the season's over for him or something. So, anyway, as Skeptical Fan, so yes, guys, in case no one knows, the man who's in charge of cleaning up some serious shit at the tight end position now.
Go check his name. Yeah, it's accurate. The janitor. Listen, who's that?
Oh, let me see. Rolando Rodriguez.
See, hey, Ronaldo's in the house, man. You know how long he's been here chilling in the chat, and he finally got himself that membership is still hanging on there. You still got.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we still have 8.
There's still 8 memberships. Yeah, guys are still. I think we had 9, but then it was 10. Right now, people are getting as they're coming in.
Skeptical said he'll spell his name right when he scores.
Okay.
I hope we're spelling his name week 1.
Yeah,
right? That's the kind of energy you want to put up there, especially against the Giants. I always feel like we have very tight end heavy games against the Giants.
Blake Jarwin had his best games against them. But you know what's funny? That's going to be something that we're always going to keep in my mind as far as getting him involved in the game. I want to see Skeptical Fan get to the Schoonmaker, not the janitor. Right? He goes start the janitor. He's got to earn the star. He's got to earn his name back as a Cowboy. He's a Schoonmaker. When he played in college, that's great. But he's got to be a Schoonmaker for the Cowboys. Right now, he's a janitor.
I just realized something too.
I love that, Skeptical.
Just gonna blurt this out there, and then we'll get to the Cowboy stuff. But one little benefit about starting the season away at the Giants is that's one less cold game we have to worry about when it comes to that time. Yeah. And I know when we looked at our schedule again, always that chunk of games that stink. But as far as actual cold games, I think there was only really 2. Buffalo was one of them though, which is a little tricky. Buffalo in December.
I think Buffalo and Washington were the 2 that were the colder ones. Yeah. But even Washington is, you can deal with that.
Remember this past year, didn't they have to cancel it, postpone? Oh,
Bigfoot with the big navy blue crew entry right there from Jason Renfro and Skeptical. Right now, Skeptical's up 15 gifted memberships to Jason Renfro's 13 gifted. It's like Christmas here, guys. So make sure you turn on allow gifting so you get. There's still 6 or 7 of these gifted memberships
hey guys, it is a first come
around.
first serve. So if you turn on allow gifts here in the chat, you'll be getting.
You'll be in. Like
membership
a new one right here. It didn't do the sound, but I think the gifting is broken.
Until it gives it to someone.
Okay, so when someone gets it, they get the gifting. I got it. Yeah. I got it. It's cool. So Jason Renfro throwing another one in the pot. Boom, look. Bigfoot subscribed.
Back to
but
back.
Also,
there we go. Thank you. What is up? Jason Renfro, much love. And SnugX also just dropped a $5 holler
that's
there.
why the three names came up at the same time. Much love to Jason Renfro and SnugX. And welcome to Amari Sirleaf. Yes.
Thank you again.
Love you guys.
Joining in that membership. Real quick, sorry, I'm
go ahead.
a little all over the place again. Still a few memberships available, so if you go to the gifting and turn on accept gifts, you can become a member
part
here.
of the family here, right? Part of the you get the emojis, which now we could definitely. I know by tomorrow we'll probably add 3 or 4 more emojis, or at least 1 or 2 more emojis. I know we were 2 away. We definitely got an extra emoji added in there, and maybe other perks. So much love to Jason Renfro and Skeptical Fan building this thing up. Jason Renfro with the other gifted membership, he's one back on the overall board there.
And SnugX with his $5 holler
what do you say?
Your hair looks gorgeous, MCW. So first of all, thank you. Appreciate that, Snug. And yes, like I said, you can't really see it again. You might see it if you post
Snug's going to know the tint. He's going to know which color.
Oh, I mean, again, you can probably tell. I still have hair dye on my hand, even though I've been scrubbing for over a day now. So, but yeah, I know most people usually go lighter for the summer. I know I was tired of
the light hair. You had the blondish, lighter hair.
Time to change it up. So, and I'm sure I'll be changing it up a few more times here.
Baby, you know how I feel. Your hair is beautiful no matter what you choose.
Really? So I can get like really short hair?
Not gray. That's the only color I'm gonna guess.
And your really short haircut?
Silver's alright.
A really short haircut?
No, baby. I mean, I like your short hair.
No, I mean like short.
Oh
short,
no, not
short,
that. No. I don't want stubble. I don't want no stubble.
Rub my little egghead against you. Anyway, sorry about that.
We haven't even started the football talk.
You know
yet.
what?
It's crazy.
You should dye your beard navy blue. That would look really cool. Come on.
Silver too.
Some just saying, like the same kind of hair dye that I use, where you can wash it out.
You guys are killing me now. No.
Dye it for the season. Come on.
We'll see. We'll see if we have we'll see.
Oh, okay, fine. Anyway,
you're gonna dye it for me, of course, right?
I will. So anyway, I'm messing with the short hair, guys, because Mr. MCF knows the reason I say that. I actually can't stand my hair too short because when hair touches my face, we have a problem. So I always have to be able to I need my hair long enough to be able to put it back at all times. So this, that's why I said this is a big deal, because I got this, these bangs here. This is
not so long now, right?
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
This is like monumental change here at my Cowboys family.
We began the blow by blow, the breakdown the whole weekend. You guys missed the whole thing.
Blue hair, gray beard.
That's interesting. Silver beard, blue hair, navy blue. I don't have to even dress in navy blue anymore.
We got the whole rainbow over here. Happy Pride Month.
Jesus Christ. We're still waiting for the Cowboys to announce that, right?
Let me see. So, Retro Scotty, again, we'll be touching on the Callaway stuff. I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed to see how much BS was out there trying to insinuate that somehow, it's not like CeeDee Lamb was out there getting arrested.
You gotta know, it's a receiver. It could be a lot of different receivers. Hey, baby, look who's all in now.
Papi in the membership. There we go.
Joey Vela, welcome to the navy blue crew. Drop those emojis if you got them. If you're in the membership, you can drop emojis. You can make a whole story out of those emojis. And if you see any haters in the house, you know what to do. Drop those emojis. Hit them with the emoji. So appreciate that. And hey, welcome to the navy blue crew. You guys, again, it's a 1-month deal. You guys can add it. You guys can keep staying in it. You guys can upgrade in it if you want.
Yeah.
But appreciate the people that have gifted these. Skeptical Fan and Jason Renfro. Yes.
I think the few of those haircuts are a little too high maintenance for Mr. MCF.
Oh my goodness. Is this what I'm saying, baby?
Yes, it is.
5 more? Just 5 more? Oh my guys. Basically, everyone's going to be membershiped up if you come here to My Cowboys Family.
Hey, all you got to do is hit accept.
All you got to do is hit accept gift, and you get yourself a membership. Now, this is blowing up.
Skeptical just said I'm done.
Listen, right now,
here, I got to drop them.
Dropping the emoji. I'm dropping the updated numbers here. Skeptical Fan is now up to 20 gifted memberships. Jason Renfro's at 14. Shout them both out. They're dominating it right now. Mark got 50 points on the stream bus, and he's rocking that. But it looks right now, a Skeptical Fan, he's coming. And right now he's got the lead on memberships, on gifted memberships. He's got the lead on the overall board over Jason Renfro by a little bit.
Yes, and honestly, I love to see it because that is hands down one of my favorite ways to To show the love, just because it lets
listen,
I show the love.
I'd rather everybody who wants to donate anything to the channel, drop any love. I'd rather you go through the gifting, unless you want to take the stream boss down. That's different because you only get 1 point, I think, taken down from that. But when you're gifting, you're actually sharing the MCF love, and other people are getting a taste of what you can, the fun, the kind of back and forth stuff with the emojis, especially during the regular season. It's crazy.
Gonna say, I know there's gonna be a day where those clown show emojis, and the whole chat being full of them is gonna be just nonstop
rain. But you know what's gonna happen during the regular season when you have 20 different emojis to choose from? We did it last year. We're gonna have more this year. We're gonna have like 4 or 5 dedicated to our opponent. So when the haters come in, we got something to throw at them too. Yes, and we do that every week. Really we change the emojis. So it's a fun thing, interactive. That's the experience here on My Cowboys Family. Let's do this thing. Appreciate everybody in the membership joining in, and especially those gifting them, like Jason Renfro. And right now, Skeptical Fan, he's the king of May. He's right now leading the month of June on that side of things. So, man, we just bow down to both of you guys.
Thank you both.
And go Cowboys always. Here in MCF, which we got to start, or else we'll never get done tonight on a Sunday night. Now, there was unfortunately a passing in the NFL. Kansas City Chiefs owner and Norma Hunt, the former widow of Mr. Hunt, I forgot his name, but he was the owner of the Chiefs. Now she's been there since then. I'll talk about it in a minute because the man staying skeptical, dropping another 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Skeptical Fan, with a $3.
He's cooking with Brandon Cooks in that 3. What does Skeptical Fan have to say?
Can you smell what Skeptical Fan is cooking?
I can hear it.
A Go Cowboys.
I can smell it.
And a thumbs up.
I can see it.
Thank you, Skeptical.
Appreciate you, Skeptical Fan, always, man. Staying skeptical.
Mark's down to 47 points.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Mark's getting chipped away there. And, of course, Skeptical is growing his lead over Jason Renfro right now. So, let's start off again, guys. NFL news. Kansas City Chiefs mourning the passing of Norma Hunt today. Guys, her family owns the Chiefs. Her husband owned the Chiefs. She of course, was owning the Chiefs. And if you've seen a special on the 100-year anniversary on the NFL back a couple of years ago, there was it was extremely, one of the rarest people on earth, really, in a way. She was the only woman in our country and really in the world to attend every single Super Bowl.
And probably the last person who can even claim.
But there are some people that they've gone to. I think there's a couple of men that are still that did it to every Super Bowl. I think they were media related, but those are going to come to an end as well eventually. But this is one of the last people to go to every single Super Bowl that's still alive. So Norma Hunt, a big loss there. She was the only woman in the country in the world to attend every Super Bowl. And asked how her streak began back in 1966. She softly reminded everybody, quote, "My goodness, our Chiefs played in 2 out of the first 4 Super Bowl games."
Lamar Hunt, there we go.
Lamar Hunt, yes. Lamar Hunt. But she said, because the Chiefs were in the first Super Bowl, and they won the 4th Super Bowl, I think. She said that they were in the first 2 out of the first 4 Super Bowls. Why wouldn't I be there? So that's why she was there in Super Bowl 1 and just kept it going.
Yeah, just kind of kept the streak going.
Well, her team they lost that one to the Green Bay Packers, but that's why she was there with her husband, and obviously she outlived him to this moment. 57 Super Bowls in a row. It's crazy. So that's on that news. I also want to say Buffalo Bills. I'm going to say this about the Bills because there is a not free agent, but he was a guy that was looking to leave Buffalo. Ed Oliver. I've heard some people talking. You know how the rumor mill goes. The Fishers or whatever. And you hear people, this guy's going to come here. Ed Oliver is out there. They're Cowboys. There's rumors Cowboys were like maybe interested in making a trade. I said this a couple days ago. It was bull crap. And today it's been proven. Because former 9th pick overall of the draft a couple years ago, defensive tackle Ed Oliver from the Bills. Again, he and the Bills are reaching an agreement to a 4-year deal extension, $68 million. This is a defensive tackle inside there. Ed Oliver, again, getting $45 million guaranteed. He had 1 year left on his deal. Now he's going to be with the Bills for 5 full seasons as a nose tackle. I'm pretty sure he's a nose tackle, defensive interior player. Part of that Buffalo Bill defense that's very good at stopping the run, going after the quarterback. So I just want to throw that out there for those that thought Ed Oliver might be coming to Dallas after Hankins and Mozzie Smith. That's not the case. It is the case, though, baby. Jason Renfro, another Navy Blue membership gifted.
Thank you, Jason,
from the man, Jason Renfro.
I appreciate you. There you go. And remember, guys, again, if you are here in the chat, all you have to do is click on the little, what is it? Click on where it says...
Say membership like that?
Wait, where was it? Scorpio... Oh, man. Scorpio said it here in the chat. He said, to accept free memberships, click the gift under live chat and then accept gifts.
Yeah, you got to hit the gift button first, guys, and then you can hit accept them during the live chats or premieres. We do a premiere, you can do it there too. And again, it's funny. I think some of this is going to carry over. Like let's say there's one or two left over.
I'm telling you right now, the next live stream, whoever pops in here and happens to have it, you're going to see it again popping like.
It's going to go boom, boom, boom before even the stream starts. So there's still a couple of them hanging around these memberships. So come get them and see if you like it. Hang. Mm-hmm. The more people that grab the memberships now, they're just sitting there. The more people that get into the membership, guess what? Like Thomas Garrett can jump in there. He can grab one. If you get into the memberships, we get more perks on our side to be able to give back in all of the memberships, especially the Navy Blue entry level. So much love there. Now
it is kind of funny too, Thomas Garrett, when you think about it. The two teams in Dallas took the two parts of those names: the Dallas Texans, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Houston Texans.
Yeah, the new version.
I'm assuming that wasn't intentional.
It was the Kansas City.
They were the Dallas Texans,
right?
And
the Dallas Texans. They went to Kansas City.
KC became the Chiefs.
Yeah, that was Lamar Hunt behind that. By the way, we most of the Cowboy fans know that story. And there's Brandon James Shea.
There we go.
Part of that Navy Blue crew. Again, he's been a member for 4 months. 2 before now, 1 last month now, another one now. Much love to Brandon James Shea. He's using his, every month you get to say during your membership, you get a little message. Let's read his bonus message for the month. What did Brandon James say?
2024 Super Bowl odds: the Chiefs are favored to win back-to-back NFL titles. Aaron Rodgers' Jets get inside the top 10.
Yeah, I hope we play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl because I want to kill them.
And I'm really glad we play the Jets this year, just because the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. It feels like a redemptive game.
It feels like the Brady playoff game last year in Tampa Bay. It feels like that a little bit. I feel
especially
we can.
With McCarthy taking over the offense.
Yeah,
let's be honest. That's the McCarthy's offense against an Aaron Rodgers led offense. Well,
they don't play each other though, so that's what I'm thinking. I know you mean it's more about McCarthy's gameplay versus the what is Aaron Rodgers going to combat that on their offensive side.
It's obviously more because of the fact that remember Aaron Rodgers McCarthy got a lot of crap. Because they basically said Aaron Rodgers kind of carried, and McCarthy didn't really have to game plan or do much. It was basically all Aaron Rodgers, and all you have to do is throw him out there.
The difference is...
Whereas McCarthy obviously said, no, I had a lot to do with that.
The difference
Aaron Rodgers made it easy on the QB side, but...
The difference is, look at the defense we got. And the Jets got a good defense, but they don't got a defense like ours. So Aaron Rodgers is going to get a tougher defense than Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy's scheme.
Okay, but he's also doing it with...
And he's also on a new team as well.
Yeah, but he's doing it with a lot more talent. A lot more talent.
Is?
Aaron Rodgers.
Now?
I mean,
not better than us, I don't think. I don't think so.
Individually, as a QB, you wouldn't say that he's more talented than Dak.
Oh, yeah, I agree he is. Confused. But my point is that Dak has more talent. Dak's been with the team, with the Cowboys for a longer time than Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. No excuses. What I'm trying to say is this. This is the year it feels like we can... we beat Aaron Rodgers before, but this year it feels like we can beat him again and redeem all the other crappy losses we had in the last couple of years. So, I'm looking forward to that game, week 2 against the Jets. Much love, Brandon James, Skeptical Fan, Jason Wren, for everybody else who's picked up the memberships, the free memberships, just hanging there right now. So accept the gifts, accept the memberships live.
First come, first serve, right?
And hopefully we can fill up all the memberships for you guys. So you can check them out. Now, staying with the Bills for another second. The other team in the AFC I think are dangerous, to go to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs and the Bills, there's other ones, the Bengals and others. But the Bills, I was talking about the other night, maybe Micah Parsons should be on the cover of Madden 24. Well, they must have heard me talking because they literally released today, I guess you could say it's rumored right now. It's still rumored, but right now it looks like Bills quarterback Josh Allen is going to be the guy that kind of takes over that Madden spot on the front cover for 2024, for the Madden 2024 game. But still not proven yet. It's not concrete. But I do believe that when there's smoke, there's fire on these kind of things. And if it's already eking out, it's already leaking that Josh Allen's going to be the guy on the cover, I would be willing to bet Josh Allen's going to be on cover of Madden 24. But I think they're making a mistake. They should go with Micah because Micah loves Madden. He's outspoken about Madden. He advertises Madden. That's a match made in heaven there. A Madden, guy like Micah Parsons, defensive minded, the whole thing, and then put him on the cover, man. I mean, make him a 99. He should be, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, let me slide it down now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants a cowboy on the cover.
I guess. The jinx.
Whether I believe it or not,
Did someone break that jinx already? I thought someone broke it.
Who cares? One exception to 20-something odd rules, I don't know.
I know. I guess so. I just was thought.
Do we need any more curses? Can Jimmy just get in the Ring of Honor?
You are 100%
we deal with
right.
like a new curse.
You guys are all 100% right. I really should not be asking for it. I just think it's a match made in heaven, minus the curse. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
How about this? Let's be in a position where Dallas Cowboy
we win the Super Bowl, then we could get thrown on that cover
for the cover, and then come back and talk to me.
I'm cool with. I definitely don't want to see Micah getting something happen to him because of the damn Madden cover jinx, which we know it's superstition, but.
Well,
we'll never live it down if he's on there.
Stitious.
You're a little. We already see him a lot stitious. I don't know if this guy's stitious or not, or superstitious. But Jerry Jones, all right, the clown
he's
show.
He's the helmet for good luck.
I'm hoping he should maybe stay away from the helmet. But here's the thing, maybe when it comes to the Cowboys as an organization, right now, I say yesterday, Forbes released the world's most profitable sports teams in the world, right? Over a 3-year total of operating income.
I'm assuming soccer is number one still.
No, we're talking about teams.
Oh, okay.
Not sports.
Football, okay.
Teams. I'm sorry, sports. Not a sport in specific. We're talking about teams in every sport.
Okay.
So let me.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just assuming that a soccer team like Real Madrid or some crap like that is going to be in the lead. Like that's just my assumption because soccer seems to be always dominating these types of lists.
I'm going to say first, Jason Renfro dropping that dollar holler in the house here, clipping it. And adding to his second place spot, still creeping up slowly but surely.
Thank you, Jason. Much love with another dollar holler.
Another one. Appreciate you, Jason Renfro. Go Cowboys. The Giants are tied for 8th on this list. The Lakers also tied with them in the world, right? When it comes to the last 3 years, this is 3 years now. They're like at $333 million. The Golden State Warriors are next. Houston Texans, believe it or not, are after that. Then Manchester United, baby.
Okay.
The soccer team. The Knicks in 4th place. The Tottenham Hotspurs. That's third. Another soccer team. Then you got in 2nd place the New England Patriots. They're at $623 million in over 3 years combined of operating income. Number 1, not even close, this team. This guy, unfortunately, but that team. The Dallas Cowboys, $1.17 billion. $1.17 billion with a B. And over the last 3 years
that is a lot more zeros.
That's a lot of money on operating income in the last 3 years by far. We're the richest. This is the richest team, Jerry. Mm-hmm. And now in the last 3 years, the only sports franchise in any sport on this rock that we live on, floating through space, the richest team, $1 billion worth in the last 3 years. Again, if you look at the last 3 years, the Patriots 623. You double that up, you just barely. You need 6 years of New England Patriots. That's number 2. We basically doubled up 2nd place in the last 3 years. Jerry Jones and his money-making machine using this star, but our fans, we love our Cowboys, and he knows it. So,
I mean, I have to admit, again, I think
shocked?
it would be at the top. I didn't think we'd be at the top. So
we're in tip-top shape with Jerry Jones when it comes to business and organization. When it comes to winning Super Bowls, let me click his ass out of here for a second.
So, Retro Scotty, take it easy.
Much love, Retro. Have a good one. I'll take out that picture when we talk about winning Super Bowls in the last 25 plus years, and I put this picture up. Fucking clown show. Now, speaking of shows of clown, we got a clown show right now on our team, a player that's acting like a clown, and it shouldn't be a surprise. Luckily, he ain't that big of a deal in the sense of the overall shot, the overall view of things on this team. Now, I want to go to our cover here, our thumbnail. Because you see here in the middle of your screen, between that kicker from the USFL on the bottom right and Trayvon Diggs with his hand over his heart, it's that guy right there in the black shirt. That's his arrest picture. That's his thumbnail. I mean, that's his mugshot. Antonio Callaway, Dallas Cowboy wide receiver. Now, he was multiple teams in his career. The Browns, the Dolphins, the Chiefs. The last team he was with, and he's still with us. It's the Dallas Cowboys. So, wide receiver Antonio Callaway was arrested in Miami on Saturday. There was a warrant out for his arrest. Now, he's been in trouble with the law before. He's been in trouble with weed situations before. He's got guns before. Again, from college, he had some issues. So he came to the Browns. He'd been around a couple teams. Came to the Cowboys on our practice squad, guys. He is not. When I see people out there saying receiver arrested from the Cowboys, it's clickbait. Because it's not a receiver. Again, I said a receiver is arrested because that is true. I'm not going to put Antonio Callaway. But I didn't put it as my headline and the only damn piece of news of the day. Antonio Callaway, it's a minor issue for the Cowboy team. It's a bigger issue for Antonio Callaway on his own. But he was arrested on Saturday in Miami Callaway had a warrant for driving. What was the warrant? Was he murdering someone? Was he dealing drugs? No. Driving with a suspended license. And he didn't pay those fines. That's it. Not a major deal, but he's had other issues in the past.
Yeah, and
that's going to hurt him.
Not mistaken, from what I read or saw, he actually got pulled over because someone else was driving and was like speeding or something, and they voluntarily asked everyone in the car to identify themselves.
Oh,
so when he handed his ID over and they ran his name and came up with, wait a minute, you
got
a warrant. That's how it happened. So just kind of breaking it down, it's not like he was necessarily out there being stupid, but when you're play stupid games, sometimes you win stupid prizes.
Well, the problem is
he was in a situation where,
the stupid games were played before this. He got himself, now it looks like he is up to something stupid. And even though, it's a fine. So we'll see if he's fine after this. I don't think the Cowboys will keep him on because he is just a practice squad player. We'll wait and see. Although, in reality, it ain't hurt if he's part of the team or not. I don't really care. It's fine either way. Listen, he's 26 years old. Wide receiver, he's far from played to his talent level expectations. He has not played a regular season game since 2020, mainly because of numerous off-field issues during his career. So Antonio Callaway, this might be the end of the road for him in the NFL. No matter what, we do know he's still a Cowboy as of now. Antonio. Mm-hmm. We'll see. We hope for the best for him. But it don't really affect the Cowboys too much. It's not any of our 1 through 10 receivers. He's like our 11th guy. So, it is what it is. Now, rookies. I don't know if anyone had something to say. Let me know. Interrupt me.
I know. Scorpio said, passengers don't need to ID. Just a heads up. Yes, guys.
They don't have to, but he decided to, and he didn't. I don't think he even realized it.
So, and don't forget that there's really only 2 things that you need to say to the police. Am I being detained? I'd like to speak to my lawyer.
There you go.
That's just.
You want to be safe?
There you go. Am I being detained?
Now, I'm going to be detained behind this picture here. Boom.
I'll allow it.
And there's one guy I want to talk about on this list, our rookie draft room here, and that's 3rd round pick number 90 overall, 3rd rounder, linebacker, DeMarvion Overshown. Just real quick, it's something I missed last week, and I was going to mention it, but I forgot. Just a really quick thing here. Agent Zero, who might be getting number 0, I don't know yet, Overshown. Great future ahead of him, in my opinion, on the field as that hybrid J-Ron Kerr-styled linebacker guy, but he has a hidden talent. And you'll hear more about this as the offseason continues.
Can he play the harmonica?
He can sing like a mofo. Oh. He sings fantastic. He rocked the house at the Bank of America rookie premiere last week.
Nice.
And it was a great moment. He got there. He really is a great singer. Fantastic. So, again, great football player, great singer. Just threw that out there. I didn't mention it last time.
I know we'll be seeing some Dallas Cowboy training camp, behind-the-scenes footage and stuff
sure.
like that. And we almost always see some kind of cute things with the rookies and stuff. I really hope we do get to see him sing a little bit.
I can bet you any money if they're making him sing, he will be by far the best singer. Overshown got a little extra talent in there. Now, Dan Quinn, who part of this whole deal, right? Getting our defensive back to dominance through really the face of the team is the defense. I'm going to talk about Trayvon Diggs in a minute, but I got to talk about this guy for a second here because Dan Quinn's new defensive scheme. Listen, this is important. I know I'm throwing a little kind of some statistics here for a minute, but let's listen to me here, guys. This is his, and I see it, and it's in my title for a reason. Mm-hmm. Dan Quinn's defensive scheme. Is it getting adjusted? Is it getting tweaked a little bit? That's what great coaches do. So let's look at this real quick, guys. The Cowboys used single high coverage in 2022 often, very often. But in 2021, we used it only 2% less. All right, we actually used that a little bit, 2% more last year. In 2021, we used it 54%. We used single high. We were the 6th most, team that used the single high safety in 2021. The 6th most, that threw out that single high safety defensive scheme. In 2022, last year, we used it 56% of the time. That made us the 4th highest used team when it comes highest use of single coverage.
So basically, under Quinn, single high safety is trending upwards.
Well, let me finish.
But again, it went up 2%.
But let's look at the effects, because here's the thing, guys. When you look at the success rate for the Cowboys in single high, in 2021, when we used it 54%, 6th in the NFL, we were 3rd in success rate. Okay. Fantastic. Last year, we used it 2% more, so let's just say it's the same. We were 4th most in the NFL, but we were 22nd in success rate. We need adjustments.
Well, I was say, what's the big difference there?
Oh, well, the Cowboys were first. Let me go from that to then, because Dan Quinn's looking at this. We were first in success rate last year in the NFL in 2 high. Not single high safety, 1 safety, but 2 safeties back there, which is something that you don't really see too often. When we had Rashard, You saw some of that cover 3. We had the 2 corners going. This is just, we're going to have 2 safeties. When we had 2 safeties playing, kind of roaming half the field in the back end, we were the best effective team. We basically had the most success running 2 players deep at safeties. So our success rate was number 1 when we ran 2 safeties high. I expect a lot more of that from this guy right here, from Dan Quinn. I think he's going to utilize that. And why? There's a reason for why are we going. Because here's the thing. Here's the trick. When you are playing single high safety, one safety covering the whole field, Malik Hooker covering the whole field, everyone's in the box. There's more guys, a safety in the box. Jaron Curse drops in the box. Donovan Wilson drops in the box. There's guys all in the box helping the run support.
Before you give the answer, can I take a stab at it?
Well, why is there run support? Why is there a run support? Why are we growing so much helping the run with single high safety? Well, that should be easy, right? Mm-hmm. We were the worst run-stopping teams the last 2 years in the NFL, right? So when you're running more 2 safeties deep, 2 high safeties, you have more light boxes. So you're saying you're not looking to stop the run as desperately. So can we afford to do that this year? Because last year, the year before that, obviously we could not afford to do that, right? I mean, we had trouble stopping the run. Our defensive interior could not hold their run gaps for the linebackers to fill them up without getting help from the safeties. You guys feel me on this? So we have to run a lot of single high and have a lot of guys in the line of scrimmage and all that stuff. So
now with the new additions to the team,
because of Mozzie motherfucking Smith, and, of course, re-signing Hankins back, that run stopping is going to be more secure. I told you guys it's going to help with the coverage side of the linebackers, like LV, Damone Clark, and whoever else is going to be running in there. But that's the thing, Overshown. But that's the thing now. We don't have to have them desperately running down and support, along with the safeties running down. Now we can keep 2 single high. Now we can keep 2 safeties back, play a little more, just switching up the scheme a little bit more, in the sense of not switching up what we're doing, because we do two safeties deep. And we do great at that. Last year, we're number 1 in success doing that. But we didn't do it that much. We didn't do it too often. In fact, when you look at the light box we had last year, how many times we run a light box? 2 high safeties. We only did it 43% of the time. That was 26th in the NFL. So we didn't do it that much.
Not really that often, yeah.
Small sample size, though, and that's enough to give us a number 1 ranking in the NFL. Most success rate. The best success using 2 high safeties, the Dallas Cowboys last year.
Like
Even though
said, it had
we
more
used it 46.
to do with our interior
43%.
D-line personnel situation than it had anything to do with our defensive back
So we had
situation.
single high. We had to go with more guys down, and we had to stack the box to stop the run support, right? We stacked the box last year 31% of the time. You guys know where we rank on that in usage?
I have to be like 3rd, 1st, 2nd. Like, we got to be top 5, right?
You got it right. Well, you got one of them right. First.
Oh, okay, first. Okay.
We were the one team that used the stacked boxes, run support with safeties and linebackers up on that line, up in that box. We used it the most in the NFL. We were the number 1 team in usage of that in the NFL.
Scorpio, the Maserati.
Mozzie
so, Spot, can you
is in
say
that
he
hizzy.
said it. Now with Mozzie, we can use 2 safeties even
Thank you.
more.
My family.
And, throwing this out there too, since we have so many hybrid safeties that aren't just pure safeties, right? They're kind of safety, linebacker kind of situations. Like, imagine how creative you can get with the guys.
Who loves creativity, by the way? Dan Quinn's going to do this. He's going to make it work because we trusted in him, and every year he's tweaked it. He's done anything's bad, he hides it or fixes it. Adjusts.
Not just that, but like, take away all of that, right? What's the one thing that you always want to make sure you have as well? Depth. This allows us to basically, like, every single guy that is versatile has almost doubled his value there on the defense.
Yeah. And again, you got guys like Israel Mukwamu who play safety, but he could play corner. You got guys like all 3 of our safeties that could play kind of a strong safety, free safety. You got Donovan Wilson, Curse that can play linebacker.
Those types of situations are exactly what got us through those injury humps that we faced last year, and somehow we still ended up where we did, even though we lost our QB, like we lost our whole linebacker situation, we lost our interior run stopping. I'm just saying,
we've gone through a lot here, but now I think we're in a spot where with Mozzie and Hankins, together there, that's going to help us be able to use more 2 high safeties, which means we can now, you can get interceptions. We don't have to, the only reason we had to bring guys up there and kind of always be behind a step when coverage had to happen was because we wanted to make sure we stopped the run. But now with Mozzie Hankins in there, the linebackers, safeties don't have to worry as much for that. And now, even though we still got to have run support, we're going to use our single high safety stuff, but it's going to be more 2 high safeties when you got those 2 run stoppers in the game. And that's going to allow us to utilize be able to be more fortunate when it tips in the air, interceptions, bad passes. There's going to be a guy there taking that interception.
Again, I keep realizing more things about our schedule. So, week 1 against the Giants, in their spot against Saquon Barkley. Can you think of a better test against our brand spanking new run-stopping defense?
Knocking on wood, they're all ready to go at week
Barkley,
1. I love it.
Defense. Our NFC East rivals here.
Yeah, listen, very good running back, great running back, right? I can't wait to see how this looks. Because if we can slow him down, he might get 70 yards. But if we can slow him down with Mozzie and Hankins and the run game, and we don't have to worry about it, and they can't throw word crap, I'm good with this.
By the way,
this
guys,
is going to be big.
You can't make this up. Our dog, I put her little Dallas Cowboy.
She's sleeping her head on
She's sleeping on the football. And earlier today, when we were playing around, I told her, I'm like, go get your dad. She ran and got the football instead, and just ran.
She knows
her
her dad.
it.
She knows her dad.
So
just take a picture and show the camera.
I will have to take a picture here.
That's so cute.
It is very cute.
Don't move too much. As the wife gets the behind the scenes footage, I just want to finish this by saying light boxes versus stacked boxes. Light boxes we use.
I don't want to.
Go ahead. Oh, you got to go over his head. Here, let me put the Quinn out for a second.
You can kind of see it there. I don't want to mess up our camera situation,
see,
but you can see there.
Head.
That's the dog.
That's the football. And she's curled, and literally her eyes are shut closed.
Here, I'll post it later. But it's
she'll post it in Discord. Join on that, by the way. And if you still haven't got a membership, make sure you switch it on. If it might be, I'm still pretty sure there. As soon as you add your membership option to receive a gift, you receive a membership here. If you haven't had one, James and Nate.
And again, James, her in a weird way, I agree and I disagree. Nothing would be better for the business than for the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl ring.
That's always made me crazy about Jerry Jones. Why does he care so much more about just being competitive instead of winning championships, which is the best thing it could do for your brand if you want to make money off of that, right, Jerry Jones?
The Cowboys almost were in real deep doo-doo when they were having so many crappy losing seasons that Jerry was so freaked out. He did all these things, and he brought in a Parcells, there we go. So
to get a stadium, to get the AT&T Stadium set up.
I'm just trying to say that, it still behooves Jerry to always have a good team. Always. He's always going to want a good, talented team.
Speaking of a great person, a family member here, Mark Hovsepian dropping that 5 on it.
Woo.
The $5 Mark H. from Hawaii holler. What did the man have to say?
Mahalo to you, Mark.
Yes,
appreciate you.
Mark,
and he said, we'll find out if the hype on Sam was legit. If so, he and Parsons will cause serious havoc. Tank's getting old, and we know really other good sack guys. The defense looks good.
Listen, and that's what I was. I agree with Mark because I know he
looks good.
Mark has said before, got to see Sam Williams. By the way, what's up, Mark? Welcome in.
Hopefully you're doing all right.
Yeah, hopefully you're hanging in there, brother. And Sam Williams to me, even though what I saw from him last year with the minimal snaps, 20%, the guy was so efficient. He reminded me of a better Randy Gregory. Somebody even posted that in the comment section on one of my videos about Sam Williams. So
it's hard to stand out with such a limited snap count, but he still did it, and
he was effective
too.
And he's going to be a better run stopper than I think Randy Gregory's going to be. So Randy Gregory was. So to me, I think with maybe not year 1 or year 2, but by year 3, this man's going to be. I think he's going to be after this season. I think he's going to be a solidified. On the opposite side of
wasn't he one of the guys McCarthy pointed out as having a second-year jump, right?
Him and Tolbert, but he's been pretty accurate, McCarthy, about those guys. He talked about Terrence Steele once in after that shitty year. He says he's seen a big jump from him, and it worked. It might have been Duke Manyweather, but McCarthy noticed it, and he notices about Tolbert. We got hope for him, right? I don't have to hope too much for Sam Williams. I have a good feelings. I've been saying this since last year. I say he's going to be the flashier stats guy, the splash guy. That was last year. I say he'll show it. They only put him 20% of the time. This year, he gets 40%. You're going to see it.
By the way, probably a lot easier to stand out in that situation. Just
when it comes to who? Stand out in the... Oh, you mean Sam Williams?
Tolbert. As far as a second-year jump. It's kind of easy to have a second-year jump when you basically did nothing your first year. Just saying. Not in a mean way, just in a... McCarthy can probably be right about both guys, even though Sam Williams to me is the clear guy who's going to go from.
Sam Williams is probably the bigger jump.
Yeah.
While Tolbert might make a big jump compared to where he was last year. But not expectation of third-round pick to being like a first-round type pick. That's not what I don't think what he's talking about. If he is, then even better. But I wanted to finish this on Dan Quinn. I thought it was interesting on defense how Mozzie Smith changing the way we're going to use our defense to help the issue here and there in single high. Now we have 2 safeties back there. because of the run stop of Mozzie.
We didn't
and
bring in
Hankins.
players to fit our scheme. We're changing our scheme to fit the players.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to say that is the key between, let's say, Kellen Moore last year. You do my scheme no matter how you fit.
Peg in a square hole.
And Dan Quinn, who always, not just this year, every year, he's put his scheme around. He changes his shit to make the best out of you as the player. That's why coaching always will matter over almost everything. Almost everything. Over talent, coaching matters more. When it's close, coaching makes a difference. Mark Hovsepian with another 1-2. J. Lou, dollar holler.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate
What did the man have to say?
He said, what potentially good free agent guards will be available for us? And yes, that is free agent guards. Not what it might possibly look like accidentally.
You look at all those letters together. I see now. Oh, gosh.
But as far as potentially good free agent guards, I mean...
Your eyes. You got the Pride Month on your mind.
It was actually Skeptical's comment that made me do a little double take.
Oh,
he's
shit.
Like, I had to reread it. And I'm like... Reread what?
Skeptical and you are throwing me for a loop here.
I thought, I'm like, oh, maybe I misunderstood. I'm like, no, I had it right the first time.
You blindsided me on that one. I'm turning red now on that. That's funny.
We appreciate everybody here. So, obviously, off the top of my head, no. Remember.
No. We talked about the other. I don't think Mark was here for that stream the other night. I had two guys, the offensive linemen, that I thought we could. I had Norwell as one of the guys, and I also had another. Who was the other guy I talked about? Of course, Dalton Reisner. You know, I'm a big fan of him. Compared,
there we go. That was the name I was forgetting.
Yeah, Reisner. But I had another guy in there as well that I thought was. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but he just had some issues with the run support side of things. I think that's the biggest issue for him. But Mark's dropping another 5 on it. I'm hoping Dalton Reisner, to answer your question, yes. Guard Dalton Reisner is the best guy out there, especially for pass blocking. Not as much he doesn't have run block power, but he's got pass block ability, and he's very above average on that. So, gotta take some good and bad there.
There you go. Thank you,
Mark
again,
with a 5 on it again.
Follow to you, and he said, "I'd easily give up a number 1 for that Jets defensive tackle.
Quinn and Williams.
The D line would be sick."
That would be our future, because Hankins would be gone after this year, and then you got our future there. You know?
Guard is the only area of concern.
And kicker.
We have to be thinking of someone, or is it the clown show? So, well, remember, if you go based off of the Cowboys comments, and even some of our player comments and stuff like that, I mean, well, that's those comments the other day made it pretty clear to me. The Cowboys are rolling with the guys they have. They are trusting that Terrence Steele is going to be healthy. They're trusting that Tyron Smith will be able to hold on enough games to make it worth it. They're trusting that Tyler Smith can obviously keep playing to the level that he was playing at, even if they have to move him around from guard to left tackle again in some capacity.
And they like Farniak, and they like, Austin Richards, and they like these other guys at guard possibly.
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily clown show to you. I'm assuming it is. For right now, I'm like on the borderline, because on one hand, we do have serious talent here, but on the other hand, so far, we haven't seen anything from these other guys that makes me feel secure. But that's, I guess, what training camp is for, right? We have to just wait for it.
I know how I brought up now, and again, Mark dropping that $2 holler on here.
Yes, he said, well, the lettering, I have a secret life.
That was completely Skeptical fan putting that into our heads. That was funny. Mark, thank you. Much love. $2 holler, J. Lou style. But I do want to say something. I do remember the 3 guys I had mentioned the other night. I think it was Fan Friday, that we mentioned the 3 guys I thought we can look at in defense. I'm going to look at on this team in free agency now we have another $10.9 million from Zeke. And I brought up Deion Jones, a linebacker, in case we feel our linebackers are a little bit soft on depth. Deion Jones, a guy who knows Dan Quinn, a little smaller, but he can beat out someone on that defensive line and maybe get more starting snaps. He could be the Anthony Barr kind of replacement. But do you want to let Damone Clark get less snaps? That's my issue there. So I don't really like Deion Jones as much. Now, Taylor Lewin, he's a guy, a fantastic Pro Bowler, kind of died off there. Not died off, but the injury made his career die off there in 2019. He's still good when he's in the game. But like Tyron Smith, he just doesn't have enough to last the season, right? I was talking about Taylor Lewin as a swing tackle for the Cowboys if we're starting Terrence Steele, Tyron Smith, and Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith on the left side. If you're doing that, who's our swing tackle? Well, Let's Go is the best one we got. Is he enough? So, again, if you want to bring in a left tackle, you can make your life easier at the swing tackle spot. But that's why it goes back to Dalton Reisner. Norwell from Washington, I don't like him when he gets cut from them. So, to me, Reisner is the guy. Yes, run blocking, not the best. He's got Biadasz, a great run blocker in the center spot. Yes, on centers, he's a good, above one of the best run blockers at center. And Tyler Smith, we know about him, run blocking. Mm-hmm. So again, he doesn't have strength, Dalton Reisner, when it comes to run blocking strength, but he's below average there. He's way above average on the pass blocking side, and he is kind of an asshole. So I don't mind that.
By the way, real quick, if you are just hopping in here, you've been chilling here for a few minutes, guys, we do have quite a few gifted memberships that are still up for grabs. So if you go on the little section there where it says gifts, just go ahead and click accept gifts because it is first come, first serve. Yeah. There's still a few out there.
I see some names up there. James Herr, Marco Sepian. Yeah, if you guys switch, again.
That way you guys are in the membership. You get access to the emojis, of course, all that good stuff. And by the way, remember, you can always upgrade your membership too. Everyone's dropping that love for the navy blue.
But they're free memberships hanging out right there.
The star, everything.
Yeah, there's 4 different levels, but you get that intro level. Just have fun with it for a month, and if you want to stay or upgrade, you can continue it. So, just saying, you guys, there's still fantastic memberships gifted by Jason Renfro, by Skeptical Fan.
Also,
much love.
By our next stream, we're also going to have a few more emojis.
I'm sure
as well.
I'm sure for definitely a few more because we got a whole bunch tonight, and I opened up at least 1 or 2 more emojis. So it just keeps piling in there. We'll have fun with that. Much love, Mark. He's back up to 59 points on the stream boss. He's building back to the top there. He's still in 3rd place, right above me, right there. So Mark drops, as I'm saying, he's getting closer and closer. He's up to 64 points on that stream boss. With that, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know it. 5 on it. What did Mark have to say?
He said, whale, ball, and farniak are as useful as a nun talking dirty to you and giving you advice on the Kama Sutra. Sounds like a clown show.
Listen, and that's what I wanted to say, because I'm saying Taylor Lewin, swing tackle. I don't want, why we need Taylor Lewin? That's why I said forget him too. Dalton Reisner, the only thing I say about him, baby, he fixes our 2 issues with him. He gives us actual depth or starting ability at left guard when Tyler Smith is not there. And let's say Tyler Smith goes to tackle. We got Terrence Steele back at right tackle, and you got Taylor Smith on left tackle. Tyron Smith is automatically our swing tackle. Who needs Taylor Lewin? You got Tyron Smith as your swing tackle. A guy who only needs to be healthy for a game or 2 here and there. That's all we need from Tyron Smith. So we can resolve the Lewin situation. We don't need a swing tackle. We need a guard. That will give us a swing tackle, in response to that move. So that's why, to me, the move to make is the left guard spot. You get that solidified, then you can play all the games you want to fucking play. You can move Tyler Smith to left tackle. You can move Tyron Smith to right tackle until Steele is back. When Steele is back, what happens? Tyron Smith goes back to swing tackle. Simple as that.
And there you go.
Hey, the lunatic.
Much love.
Gifted the membership there. You see, they're still hanging around. These gifted memberships, guys. So make sure you go there and turn out the lunatic back in the membership. He was one of the heavy rollers in the memberships when we had it back. For the last couple of years.
Yes.
A little break. He's back in it now. Much love. Gifted by the Skeptical one. Skeptical fan. Much love. Thank you.
So, Snug guys, maybe we will consider putting like a business Jerry emoji. So
I'll get a nice one up there for him.
A more positive one, right? Because
I'll get one with his face, and I'll have the star over his head, and I'll have dollar signs in his eyes. He look like a demon. I don't know. Anyways.
Is that positive?
The upside down.
Is that positive?
No, I'm joking with Snug. I'm joking with Snug.
Oh, Drums and Cowboys, what's up? Hello and hi. So, and again, real quick, just because I see more people hopping in here, guys, again, there are still some gifted memberships. So if you do want to join the membership, all you have to do is click the gifts section and say accept gifts.
Now, where's the gift section now? Because it's off the board, so I don't see the gift section.
Well, we don't see it.
Oh.
We can't see it.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
like under the, when you go to like live chat, blah, blah, blah,
oh, okay.
blah.
Oh, I didn't see it there.
I think it would show up there for us.
I see. Okay. I didn't see. I know it's also if you hit the gift, if you hit the money sign,
the
right?
The lunatic said he was trying to renew his star membership. He said, no more drinking tonight.
It's not your fault, but you can still upgrade it, brother.
I think it might have automatically just gifted you the membership because we have some on deck.
Yeah, I don't think Skeptical came in. I mean, the lunatic came in a little late. Skeptical fan and Jason Renfro dropped like 20 memberships for anybody, and we got about 12, 13 of them. Yeah. You guys picked them up. There's still 6, 7, 8 of them to be gifted. So there's free memberships out there right now. You guys can join if you just hit accept live gifts. And it's that's all you do. You gotta do it for every channel though you jump on. You can have it for other channels. You don't have it here. It won't work until you flip it on.
Jump to Cowboys comment brings up a good point that I think goes into the next point we're trying to make here. He said, I don't think that we're gonna bring anyone in. We're using that Zeke money for Diggs. Also, we better sign CD before Justin Jefferson's contract, or it will cost us.
Thank you for bringing that up, because now you guys back on track.
I feel like Jefferson could set the ceiling, but either way, do we want CD's number dictated by someone else when we have the ability to possibly dictate it?
Well, let's start with the topic first brought up there, which is Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs, which is we knew this yesterday. I actually put out a short with some of our discussions, but it had it related to the situation with Trayvon Diggs, and he has not been at OTAs. Trayvon Diggs, right? So I'm going to get to him in a minute. I do want to say one other. We'll speak about another guy here right behind him, Stephon Gilmore. Both these guys together. So according to PFF, the Cowboys right now, we talked about this. We're going to play defensively with Quinn playing two safeties now. Changing a little bit of the defense to play a little bit more of two high safeties rather than single high safety. But our coverage, our defensive backs are going to be fantastic. Now with Stephon Gilmore, yes, he's repping 21. Right now, he is, according to PFF, the third best cornerback in the NFC. Trayvon Diggs is the fourth best corner in the NFC. And multiple places are putting him, 2 and 4, 3 and 4. Our cornerbacks in the NFC are top 5 easily. We have 2 in the top 5 in almost any single breakdown. So right there, we're going to be dominant there. And again, when you look at this, at guys like, that's the cornerbacks in the NFC. What about cornerbacks in the NFL? They fall to about 6, 7, and 8th in the NFL. We're on the same team. Yes, not just Gilmore, but Mr. Trayvon Diggs. And that's why it's important, because with Gilmore, guys, he's going to have a better year. With Gilmore on the other side of Trayvon Diggs, what do you think it's going to do Trayvon Diggs' numbers? Don't say anything. But they're going to go up. His number's going to get better. It means his price is going to go up for next year. So the Cowboys need to sign him now. And I've been talking about this the other day. I said that's what the Zeke money is going to be. Probably we can get Dalton Reisner and a kicker, right? But most of that money, don't click it. That's not going to Puma Ford or anyone else. That's going to go to our future, guys we got to sign like Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, and others. Drums and Cowboys.
There you go. Much love, Drums and Cowboys. Another one. Drop them if you got them, guys, right here in the chat. Let me go ahead and do that myself.
Yes, he's dropped them. We will also, we put by tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll have like 2 or 3 more emojis, it looks like, as we keep getting members in the membership. So appreciate Skeptical and Jason for doing it. Congrats, Drums and Cowboys and the others, the Lunatic, and the others that have picked up those memberships. Appreciate all you guys making this thing a true experience here now, My Cowboys Family. So what I'm trying to say is this. Which is the best duo of cornerbacks in the NFL? I mean, in the NFC, it's without a question, it's Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore. No question, no diggity, no doubt. No digsity, no doubt. And then, in the NFL, the 6th and 8th best, at worst, those are the best. We're the 6th and 8th best cornerbacks in the league. Duo-wise, we're number 1, in my opinion, guys. The Cowboys are the only team in the NFC to have 2 of the top 5 corners in the NFC on multiple lists. And the only cornerback duo in the NFL to be in the top 10. In most, I think Bradbury. Yeah, I'm sorry. In the NFC, Bradbury from the Eagles was 10th, I think, and first was Darius Slay. That was the way they had listed at PFF. But our guys were 2nd and 5th. That's a better duo. And then you look at, when you look at, that's the NFC. The NFL, you're looking at the best duo, not just in the NFC, but also in the NFL. Because when you look at all the AFC, both sides, there's no more Bradbury in there. But there's still Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs. Best duo in the NFL, 2 cornerbacks. No question, guys. It is, without a doubt in my mind, newly acquired Stephon Gilmore. And let's see what happens with hopefully shortly extended Trayvon Diggs. And let's get into it, because this is where we talked about it a couple days ago. That money was going to go for Trayvon Diggs, hopefully. CeeDee Lamb, those kind of guys. Yesterday we heard that there's some brewings, some reports out there, verified from multiple sources, ESPN and others, right? And Trayvon Diggs has been talking to the Cowboy front office. They've been talking and trying to negotiate a deal. So
things are finally
moving forward.
to move.
And that's a good news. Now, that's the reports. The Cowboys reportedly have had recent contract negotiations and discussions with Trayvon Diggs and his agent. All right? So, again, I just want to bring this up. OTAs. Trayvon Diggs has not shown up to both Thursday practices, which are both media day practices, meaning the media is there covering it. They covered it last Thursday, covered it this past Thursday, and Trayvon Diggs nowhere to be found. Now, has he been in another practice? McCarthy said he's been in and out, right? So,
but it is oddly
Yeah.
Interesting that he missed the 2 media-specific practices.
Is it
out
to
of
show?
All the days
is he trying to show the media? Listen, I'm going to hold out. Possibly, it's going to be tough to do that, but he could do it if he wants to. He could hold out in this mandatory mini camp that's coming up if he really wants to do that. Pay fines. He'll make his point though, and then if you look at training camp, well, he holds out there. He's going to eat up his entire contract. So he can't really hold out, but he can try to do that to try to force an issue, whether it's training camp or mini camp.
Deadlines make deals, and thankfully the Cowboys haven't been in a situation like that.
Well,
we've come very, very close in a lot of other contracts. But when push comes to shove, we either ended up tagging the player or we got it resolved.
Or we buckled, like Zeke. He sat out and he got his deal.
I said we got it resolved. I didn't necessarily mean that it worked out for us in the end, but the point is that we ended up signing the player for some kind of long-term situation.
When it comes to Trayvon Diggs, there's everything saying that he missed these practices, not McCarthy, not anybody, not Diggs himself. No one's saying this is a contract dispute. Let me make that clear. But it is strange that the 2 he's missed are the ones that everyone's seeing. Is he trying to force the issue to try to get a deal? I don't blame him if he's trying to do that. It's part of the strategy, right? But they also him and his agent could also let this play itself out, right? And, the Cowboys want to get, what I'm hearing is the Cowboys want to get a deal done with Trayvon Diggs before the end of July, before training camp kicks off. So that is the way. We have a month, I guess a little over a month, 6 weeks. The Cowboy front office is going to negotiate with this guy here, number 7, try to get a deal done with him before the last week of July. That's what they would love to do before they go to Oxnard. So, again, we got to wait to see what happens. Listen, I've said this before. If he plays his deal out, all it's going to do is help him. So he stays healthy, and he plays the way he's played the last 2 years with Stephon Gilmore on the other side. It's only going to help Trayvon Diggs.
Exactly.
So here's where the news comes from on this report, guys. Again, I said ESPN for a reason. Cowboys agree with getting him in town before they go to training camp in Oxnard. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler provided an update on Diggs on Saturday morning, and he said this, quote, This is a top cornerback in the NFL, one of the best. He had 17 interceptions in the last 3 years. Told that the Cowboys and Trayvon Diggs have had some check-in moments about a potential contract extension over recent weeks during this offseason. And so certainly both sides could be open to make a deal happen. The market now for cornerbacks that are at the top of the list of cornerbacks, about $21 million, which we actually talked about that a little bit earlier last week, and it all matches up. That's where we're looking at. 20. I said 20 million. I said probably closer to 21.
I was going to say, the Cowboys are going to be hard-pressed to find a corner that they can point to and say, well, this guy's better than you, and he's taking this much less money or whatever.
It's going to be tough.
That's what I'm saying. I imagine that's one of the reasons why this is taking so long. I can't remember the last time the Cowboys invested this kind of money or effort into the corner position.
It just sucks because we finally get a corner that's solid, that's got all these things we're looking for, and the Cowboys want to play games. You see, that's the issue I have. That's clown show to me sometimes. Now, again, we'll see how this turns out, but it makes me worried when you have Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones running the show. It just makes me worried. So what I'm trying to say is this. The $21 million per year, we talked about maybe getting an $80 million deal over a 4-year stretch, something like this. So right now, it sounds like, and this is from Jeremy Fowler, quote, we'll see how close Diggs can get to that $21 million a year of money in the next few months, which means, right before basically training camp. So we'll see what happens.
Also seems to imply that, the Cowboys might come to some agreement or some whatever, but doesn't sound like any official offer is going to be made until they see how he plays this year. At least based off that comment.
It was interesting that he's, check-in. Not really negotiating, but check-in talks. It's like,
true.
We're babying this thing along, the Joneses are doing. And everyone blames the player, and it could be Diggs, who knows, but I'm sure Diggs wants to get a nice, hefty deal, maybe overshooting it. But in my opinion, once again, all signs point to his camp saying he wants to get a deal and stay with the Cowboys. $21 million a year, that's about right. Mm-hmm. Now, if you wait till next year, would you wait one more year and let him go to 23 or 24 or 25 million a year? Then it becomes something. Oh, the player wants so much money. That's not fair. Shut up. Not the player. It's the front office that messed up.
Yeah, let me hit up the chat super quick here. Rolando said, I know you don't like Mike Fisher, but he said they're talking clickbait maybe. So basically,
no. Jeremy Fowler said it. I don't listen to Fisher. I'm sorry. He just talks a lot of crap. He took the Jeremy Fowler story and said, Trayvon Diggs wants $21 million. That's all he did. That's making up your stories based off facts. Making up a story. We're telling you facts that came from the actual story, and that's what matters. I don't care about Fisher is... Let's not talk about him. He's just waste our time.
Now, real quick, DeLutic also said extend Dak. You free up more money. Then you can sign Diggs and CD by training camp. But I don't trust dollar bill Steve Jones.
And that's the issue there, DeLutic, right? Trusting this front office is the biggest issue. The thing I do think will happen eventually is the Cowboys will eventually extend Dak. Maybe next year.
It feels like the only logical conclusion.
But they're going to extend Dak next year. That's the issue, right? Next year, now Dak's going to be, instead of $50 million, it's going to be $60 million. And then instead of Trayvon Diggs being $20 million, it's going to be $25 million. And the CeeDee Lamb's, instead of being 25, it's going to be 30. I'm just, what are you doing, Joneses? That's the clown show. If you know you want a guy, you get it. If they don't know they want him, then why are you bringing Stephon Gilmore to make... Stephon Gilmore is only going to make Trayvon Diggs look better. That's what's going to happen. Which is, I love it. But you got to pay the piper. So you pay the piper this year. No, the Cowboys want to play fucking games. So we'll see. Look, in the end, they got to sign Trayvon Diggs. Again, it's not a surprise that Trayvon wants about $21 million. That's the market. And people complain about quarterback rates when Dak. Complain again because cornerback rates are $21 million for a top guy. This is a guy, this you might not agree. This guy's a top guy. And other teams are going to pay that. The Cowboys got their own guy now, finally a diamond in the rough. They're in the second round. And then we're going to give him away for a third-round comp pick? That's ignorant to me. And the Cowboys going to bitch. Then the front office is going to bitch, well, our guys haven't shown up. Calvin Josephs and then Deshaun Wright. Well, what about Trayvon fucking Diggs? You gave him away because you played clown show games. That's my issue. So, to me, there's 6 or 7 weeks before the Cowboys should get this guy signed. I'm looking hopefully towards that. That's my hope. I don't know what the Cowboys do. They play games, and they usually play them and lose. So, the Cowboys will be in California after that point in Oxnard. It's going to be about football. I don't want to hear about no goddamn contracts with Trayvon Diggs. Hopefully it gets done before Oxnard. That's my hope. Diggs currently, this year, he's going to play the final year of his 4-year contract. His rookie deal, he's going to hit the cap for $4.3 million. Now, I just want to say one thing. If we extend him, you know how much he's going to hit the cap for? Maybe 5, maybe 6 million, at most, maybe 4. Maybe they keep this number because that's the way you play with contracts. You space it out, you push his avoidable years, and you make room now. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to even take up any room on our cap if we extend Trayvon Diggs right now. No room on we don't need cap room right now. We don't need to extend Dak, right? Because we have it now. We can move the money around for Trayvon Diggs, in future years. Mark in the house. Dropping that 1, 2, 3, 4, poof, 5 on it.
Thank you, Mark. Much love.
How many
and he
points?
said with that 5,
$69 points.
Holler and 69 points.
69.
He said, I think Diggs is great, but don't forget, he really was not tested much. Who are you going to throw to, Diggs or the slew of morons across from him? So,
throw to Diggs,
that's
please.
Kind of the point.
Not anymore, though.
No longer can you really say it is a slew of morons. Now, look, after a certain depth scenario, everyone's a moron, right? But
you can't get mad at our 8th-string corners being bad.
Our corner situation has never been better, and I'm not just saying that to say that.
Agree.
Genuinely, we are in such a good place right now.
You got Gilmore on one side, Diggs on the other side. You got Deron Bland and Jordan Lewis can play slot. Just saying, and even Bland's now playing on the outside a little bit. You got Mukwamu. You got Kelvin Joseph now playing a little slot corner. He's doing pretty well there for starters, right? Starting off there. You got the talent beyond even the starters. You got depth. But you have to have your starting... your starters are here, of course. And what is your backups? They're usually not here, right? Backups are down here. But even Jordan Lewis's and Deron Bland ain't that far down. So we are good to go, Mark. I'm not worried at all. And Diggs, you know what you can say about... I know people hit Diggs up. I still think Diggs is a top 10 corner, maybe even top 5. And this year he's going to be at least top 5 because of Stephon Gilmore. So for the Cowboys to wait another year to see if they're going to sign Trayvon Diggs, why wouldn't you sign him now if you know he's going to probably be better next year? He's going to be tested this year. And he's going to do great. You know why? Because he's physical. He's going to be great. We have a great pass rush. You just can't keep putting on... you can't move the goalpost. Because let's say he has a great year now. People are going to say, well, because Gilmore's on the other side. But then he got tested because Gilmore's locking down. So then Trayvon Diggs... But then the other year, you can throw anybody, right? Anthony Brown and da-da-da. You can go attack him all you want. But Trayvon Diggs still did good when they attacked him.
Another very interesting point by DeLunatic. He said, plus, this year with our D-line pressure... Our D-line pressure will make our cornerbacks look better,
of course,
thus making their money go up. So let's just pay Diggs now.
And I've been saying that the whole time with
if
Gilmore.
Our defense is going to be as good as we assume it will be and think it will be. What exactly do you think is going to happen to Trayvon at all?
As I've been saying this since we got Stephon Gilmore, you can go back to our cabin live stream, but that is when I said with our defensive line pass rush it's going to make the defensive backs better. Automatically, we got to stop the run, which is why we got Mozzie, Hankins, and that's why I told you guys now we can play 2 high safeties instead of single high more often. Not all the time, but more often. And by doing that, we were number 1 in the league last year. Even though we didn't use it that much. That's that 2 high safety. Single high, we were number 1 in usage, but 22nd in efficiency. So Dan Quinn's going to tweak, because that's the kind of coach he does, and I think that he's going to just make this guy better. Gilmore's going to look great. Our slots are going to look great. Safety's going to look great. And that defensive pressure, it's going to help everybody behind them. Linebackers, safeties, corners on the outside. This is the year. You don't want to have to. Let's watch these guys how they play. If this guy messes up a little bit, we're going to offer him $2 million less to save pennies. They're going to cost himself a lot more in the future. And that's what happened with Dak. That's what happened with a lot of these other players that you're seeing that people complain about now. Well, if they had done it when they should have done it, instead of waited a year and a half to get DeMarcus Lawrence, and they would have had all these guys for a lot cheaper, and nobody would be talking about this right now.
Yeah, we'd be having a very different conversation.
But in 4 years, if this guy don't get signed this off before the season starts, and we sign him next offseason for $25 million, and then he has a shitty year, everyone's going to get pissed. What a waste. He's not worth the money. Well, don't blame Trayvon Diggs. Blame Jerry Jones for spending the extra $4 or $5 million a year because he wanted to wait and scratch his nuts. Come on. So, look, all I'm saying is that Trayvon Diggs, we don't have to extend Dak. We don't have to save any more money. We don't have to even have any money in the cap. We can still sign Trayvon Diggs this year and keep his cap hit the same. We can extend them and keep the hit the same. We know this. This is a known rule in the NFL. And the Joneses, somehow, it's a known procedure in the NFL. And some other Cowboys, even though they do it, they dilly-dally. And then it costs them later. Usually it costs them later. So, hey, I'm leaving this at that. We talked about the old, Trayvon Diggs, who I believe is going to be a guy that's going to be someone to reckon with here. And already he's been a guy to reckon with. It's just going to be more so, especially if we keep that pass rush going. And if we add that other cornerback, whether it's Stephon Gilmore next year again, or somebody else that we sign, or someone we draft that's producing, we got to get another corner on this team. Diggs is not going to be he can't just, he can lock down his side with Dan Quinn's defense, but yeah, when you have the other side open, then they can pick on that too. Now we got no sides open. And that's the key here. That's what we need to secure everything on this defense, even after Gilmore leaves. We'll see what happens to Trayvon Diggs. Because, maybe in all essence, starting next year, we might not have Diggs or Gilmore. Just saying, you never know.
I don't want to live in a world where that is somehow a true statement. Just throwing that out there.
Hopefully it's not.
Unless you have another...
But it's possible here in Dallas.
Trayvon up your sleeve. I don't know.
You know why it's possible in Dallas, baby? That's why. Damn clown show. But look, they want it. Right now, Trayvon Diggs wants us to... hopefully, the deal gets done. And listen, $20 million is better than 23 or 24, 25 million a year, right? So whether he's good or bad or ugly, if the Cowboys don't really want him, better sign him. Now, what about the other guy we know we want to kind of bring on this team, who's on his 5th-year deal next year? C.D. Lamb, right? A guy that maybe you get him now, you get him for $22 million, but if you wait till next year, you get him for 25 or 26.
That's a big jump in that sticker shock.
And that's the other thing, that we have the option to do that. We can wait it out because he's on a 5th-year option. If we give him a deal this year, he doesn't go, the cap don't go up this year, and he probably gets paid exactly. He's going to get 19 next year. He's going to get 19 million as a 5th year. He'll get 19 on the cap next year. Now he's going to get more money down the line. But that's how you make these deals work without touching your cap. And yes, this money, probably the leftover money, the 20 million plus we got right now, probably roll over most of that to next year. We'll see.
Yeah,
now,
that makes the most sense.
C.D. Lamb, and again, it means to cover these contracts in the future, not to be able to give him the contract now, right? So, C.D. Lamb, he's a beast, guys. To me, he's been proven number one. Another guy the Cowboys have to sign. And, and again, I mean, sooner than later, yes. I think he's a proven guy. So, 2022, guys, look at his numbers. 376 376 snaps in the slot. All right? He had 218 snaps on the outside.
All
right? His slot production last year, he had 94.5 through PFF as a slot receiver. I mean, fantastic. Elite. He had 15 plus yards per catch from the slot. In the slot, he got 15 or more yards per reception. He had 28, by the way, in the slot that were 15 or more yards. That's crazy good. And he had 41 catches that resulted in a first down from the slot. You know what that means in the NFL, baby? That's the number. You're looking at the number one slot receiver in the NFL right here in between us.
Hey.
He fills the slot.
We're not making it up. We're just, picking up what CeeDee Lamb is putting down.
94 grade, 15-plus yards per catch, 28 times on the slot, and 41 catches for a first down in the slot. That's number 1 in the NFL in the slot as any receiver. CeeDee Lamb, major value. Now, that's just in the slot. What about on the outside? Outside production last year. 26 first downs from the outside receiver. He caused 8 missed tackles forced after the catch. He had 20 contested targets that he caught. And he had 20 contested targets. That means like a jump ball, basically. 12 of those 20 he caught. That means he's winning those battles at high point.
That's a pretty good percentage there, actually.
I'm telling you guys.
I don't know what the average is. But
5 out of the 9 touchdowns last year, they came from intermediate and deep routes that he ran from the starting on the outside alignment as an outside receiver, right? At the line of scrimmage. So over half of his touchdowns came from the outside. This is a deadly wide receiver. I don't care about Justin Jefferson or any of these other motherfuckers. I care about CeeDee Lamb. This guy is dominating in the slot, best in the slot.
Yep. One
of the best. He gets a lot of production from the outside. Touchdowns, over 50% of his touchdowns came from the outside position. And you look at 2021, 250. This is now 2 years ago. 250 snaps from the slot, and he had 332 snaps from the outside. This guy is well-rounded. He's got it from the outside, inside. He can play from all 3 receiver spots. What are we doing not paying this guy? What are we going for? What do we want? We want someone better? I don't get it. Let's pay him and extend him, and let's forget about this shit.
Let's go ahead and assume, let's say, that the Cowboys are waiting for this season, right?
Why?
What exactly
what do we want to see from him?
Have to do or prove or what is it? Exactly.
Someone in the chat, tell me.
At most.
Tell me.
The only thing I could maybe even slightly tiny possibly
I want you to tell me.
You said it earlier. Dan Quinn's tweaking our defense a tiny bit. Maybe the Cowboys, for whatever reason, have the tiniest bit of reservations about how that might look. Again, I'm saying this fully knowing that I don't believe it. I don't agree with it.
When you talk about defense, why are we talking defense? We're talking about offense here, baby.
So I was.
You talking about Trayvon Diggs? I don't know. I'm talking about.
I was responding to a comment here real quick, and
you gotta stay with the flow here, though, baby, because we're talking about CD and offense.
I know, and I did want to read Snug's comment real quick. He said CD is the coolest receiver in the league. That might not get you touchdowns, but it's still a fact. That guy has swagger.
Well, he's swagger, but that don't win games either, right? Snug X. What's going to win games is having the production to play from the slot, from the outside, from the other side, from the XYZ receiver spots, and he's dominant. He can make touchdowns over half of them from the outside. He's number 1 slot receiver in the NFL right now. He can swagger all he wants. Give him all the swag. I don't give a shit. He's got to perform, right, Snug? So he's done that last year. He did this last year, Snug. I mean, not Snug, but Snug X did it this week, actually, dominating it. But CeeDee Lamb was dominated last year as a top receiver in the NFL. Not for the Cowboys. In the NFL, the Jones has been pushing to see it. They saw it. They're not going to pay him.
So, real quick, another comment here. James here said, I'd say top 5, Adams, Jefferson, Kupp, Hills, and then Chase Diggs. AP said, Lamb would have had 1,600 yards and 13 or 14 touchdowns if Dak hadn't missed
the whole
those
year.
5
Yeah,
games.
because there was some low production games when Cooper Rush was there.
Drumstick Cowboys saying, Jefferson's on his 5th-year option. If he resets the market, which he will, CD is going to want the
closer
same.
to that.
He's going to want a similar.
If Jefferson gets 25, he's going to get 24.5. I'm just saying, that's what we're looking at here, guys.
Mm-hmm. Dylan Tick said of Dak, Diggs, and CD.
What?
I'll put money that 88 signed long. What?
No, I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay, so no, he said, I'll put money that 88 signed long-term this training camp. So basically, out of those 3 guys, either Dak getting an extension or Trayvon getting, an extension there, or CD getting an extension, out of all those guys, he's saying he puts his money on Dak being the guy. 88, CD.
CeeDee Lamb, okay.
Sorry,
Right
because I went back to read the list and Dak was the first one there, but that CeeDee Lamb would be the one that actually ends up getting contractually signed right now.
Right. This offseason. Well,
yes.
I think it's got to be Diggs has to be the focal point because there's no 5th-year option to help him, to help us stay on this team. And CeeDee Lamb, we got a 5th-year option. We can still roll with that. But yeah, it's the resetting of the market, which is the issue.
I was going to say, I wonder if the Cowboys are looking at it more as a CD's a priority because even if we give him the 5th-year option with Jefferson looking to, like you said, reset the market, we're going to pay way more for CD even after kind of waiting for that 5th-year option than we would if we kind of pump the brakes on Trayvon and wait for him a little bit because the difference between Trayvon's contract, like you said, it's going to be maybe $1 or $2 million, right?
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb, the potential for that maybe could be a bit more. Again, we're all trying to figure it from the Cowboys' perspective as well, and try to figure out what the priority is or whatever. And like you said, every time we come back to this discussion, it feels like Trayvon's the clear priority, but I don't know. So let me go ahead and put the AC down real quick.
Sure. I'll drop it a degree, but I got because things are getting hot in here, baby. You should probably stay. Well, I'll wait for you to come back.
Okay.
But I got an announcement to make here, and we got some lead changes going down. Marco Seppian, 69 points, sponsor of the week. He's in the house. You know who he is. Snug X. Much love to the man, Snug X. Repping it here with us tonight on My Cowboys Family. And he's repping it as our Cash App King, but I think that maybe have to, right now we had Jason Renfro and Skeptical Fan fighting for that. I'll announce something here in a minute. The sponsor of the week is also Snug X. Much love to the man. We know what the plan is with Snug X. Hey, and look. Cowboy Asha in the house. Asha in the house. She's waking up.
Yeah, I brought her over because she woke up when I moved. So
you guys can check our doggy in some of our other shorts and videos out there. Yeah, she's waking up from her dream of running through the fields with a big bone.
She was sleeping on her football, dreaming of touchdowns.
Yeah, go Cowboys. Snug X, much love. Mark, 69 points up there in the lead right now. We have two fantastic family members here, Skeptical Fan and Jason Renfro. They're battling that top spot right now. Jason Renfro is in second place. I think Mark's in third. Jason's in second, and then in first place, Skeptical Fan. But baby, things have changed, and I'm gonna do some calculations here in a minute.
All right.
But we have a new leader in the Cash App side of things. David S. The man, David S.
David S. Appreciate you.
Now I'm reading this one first because he dropped a $10 holler.
Ooh, thank you.
David S. He said the boss is back.
Don't call it a comeback.
Go Cowboys! And you know why the boss is back, baby? Because this man, David S., dropped, before that, $105 holler. $105 on it. He put the triple digits on that. David S. in the house. Oh, my goodness.
Trayvon and CD.
Boom. He's like, I'm getting both these guys.
David, holy crap.
Make sure David can get that. We got memberships floating around. I see a lot of names. James Snyder, Spot, Can You Save Me? If you guys want to get free memberships right now to My Cowboys Family, make sure you accept gifts, right? Accept live gifts. I mean, you got to explain how to do it, but you keep doing that. You guys, there's a lot of memberships waiting out there.
The live chat area is there. If you kind of close the chat, there's a little section there that says gifts. All you have to do is say accept, gifts, bing, bang, boom. There's still a few memberships floating out around there, so thank you, Jason Renfro and Skeptical Fan, both, for all those membership drops. And shout out to everyone who was able to hop into membership. Thanks to them. So
right now, because of that drop, we got a new third place guy right now, and he's right behind Jason Renfro, right in front of Mr. Marco Seppian. It is David S. in the house.
Seriously, I mean, what a takeover there. So, I thought you were gonna say something.
No, he's taking over as the Cash App leader right now, literally at the buzzer here. We're at the last 30 minutes of our stream tonight, 15 minutes of the stream. We're about to end this thing, and David made the right time appearance here. Take over the stream, the Cash App crown right now. It looks like he's got the inside track for that, and he's not far behind. He's about maybe 20 back on first place. Skeptical Fan in first place right now.
There you go. So still holding on to that top spot.
Got a little more info to go. As soon as it ends, we're crowning some champions. So getting down to the nitty gritty here, to the buzzer, so to speak. Right?
Dylan Tick also throwing out there, the front office will see Diggs similar to Schultz as far as his situation.
That's weird.
Tagging him
makes
more financial sense. So honestly, if they did that, it would feel, not to say that the Schultz situation was the Cowboys thinking of it short term, because I do agree with the Schultz tagging more than I would with the Trayvon Diggs tag.
Yes, Trayvon Diggs is. There's other guys that really can't do what Trayvon Diggs has done. I think there's people that can do what Dalton Schultz has done. That's the big difference maker to me. Yeah, because again, I'm not saying we should keep Trayvon Diggs only because of the interceptions, but his physical play and the way he plays the ball and high points the ball, he almost like a receiver. That's a major key to have on your defensive cornerbacks. And this guy's proven it year after year. I just think that he's able to do more now when you have a better safety. I mean, a better corner on the other side, and the pass rush, if not the same or better. You improving the run defense. That's going to make your corners better. So what we're going to see is a better Trayvon Diggs this year. But look, we talked about Trayvon, talked about CeeDee Lamb, and any other comments in there, let me know, baby, because we are running to the end of this, and I thought it was going to be a quickie tonight. But man, you guys been rocking it. That's why we keep it rolling. Rocking, rolling. So CeeDee Lamb, that discussion, I think we covered pretty much the CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs stuff. We can sign both guys today, and it will not change the cap today. It will change it maybe in the future, of course, rolling over money. But today, we can sign both guys and keep the hit the same for CeeDee Lamb, the hit the same for Trayvon Diggs this year, and next year for CeeDee Lamb. We keep it exactly the same.
One thing pretty much everyone agrees on, though, regardless of which guy is the guy getting signed, the money that the Cowboys have right now is definitely like kind of partially bookmarked for whoever that lucky fella is. You know, like we don't know necessarily who yet. We don't know the particulars. The Cowboys do plan on using some of that money for one of the guys in this similar situation, right? I mean,
they have to. It would seem what would they use like another $20 million on who? A free agent we never signed, you know?
It's more about the fact that like maybe the Cowboys could just kind of keep the money sitting there and wait till next year. That's what I'm saying. That's the part that I have a hard time believing. That the Cowboys save some money a little bit for next year, sure. That we're literally going to sit on a goose egg of $22 million and not try to use some of that money to
improve the team now this year for a Super Bowl run.
Locked in.
Let's go. No, but also locking our guys in. You don't need the cap money. That's my point. You can use that for next year. You can worry about that next year. For this year, I want the live money. I would love.
The only reason I say that is because of signing bonus situations or whatever. Like,
doesn't matter if we sign Trayvon Diggs and let's say CeeDee Lamb's getting $9 million, and Trayvon's getting $5 million. He's getting like $4 million, 4.8. That cap hit will literally stay the same. And that money just moved. Instead of getting the $20 million a year, he's only getting $5 million this year with Trayvon Diggs. He's supposed to get 19 next year. Or he's supposed to get 7 or 8 this year. He gets 7 or 8 this year on the cap. He's getting his $22 million a year, but it's the way we shuffle the money on his contract. We've got to have some devoidable years, some dead cap years. That's fine. But that's the way we did it with Dak. That's the way we'll do it with Trayvon. That's what we'll do with CeeDee Lamb. You don't have to make up room to sign any of these guys. That's number one. Number two, if we're close to winning a Super Bowl, why are we fucking around? Let's get that guard. Let's get these couple things, solidified.
I think we'd all feel a lot better in that.
Let's get the Super Bowl. Look, offensive line. We're going to go there right now. I can't see these like, he's gone. Offensive line. And actually, the guy I'm going to talk about is not even in this picture. Maybe you know how good Travis Frederick has been in our history,
hard
right?
To forget.
And I'm going to take a moment because I want to make sure I keep this to our focus. Travis Frederick's Pro Bowl year, 2017. He played 1,065 snaps. And Tyler Biadasz had a Pro Bowl year as well. I want to shout out Tyler Biadasz because he's a guy, I got to say, I had a little more faith in than most people. I think I liked his rookie year. He was one of the best. I think he was the best center run blocker in the NFL in his rookie year. I'm pretty sure about that. It was minimal snaps. He stayed in there. He's worked with Dak. He's worked with the offense. He's gotten better over the last 3 years. I think again, next year, this is his last year with the Cowboys for Tyler Biadasz. Tyler Biadasz had a Pro Bowl year last year. He played 1,066 snaps, one more snap than Travis Frederick in his Pro Bowl year. So I just want to give you guys a kind of it's about the same sample size, right? Travis Frederick only had 4 penalties in his Pro Bowl year. Biadasz, 5 penalties in his Pro Bowl year last year. Travis Frederick only allowed 3 hits on the quarterback in 2017. Only 3. Tyler Biadasz only allowed 3 last year. And we had a bad offensive line, pass blocking.
That's the theme.
Well, Travis Frederick allowed 0.0 sacks in his Pro Bowl year. Last year for Biadasz, in his Pro Bowl year, 0 sacks allowed. Pretty good, right? I'm just compared to our most recent best center we had, Biadasz ain't falling too far behind. Pro Bowl, we're talking about best years compared here, right? Frederick allowed only 12 pressures from the center position in 2017, his Pro Bowl year. Biadasz allowed 15. Only 3 more. I give it. Biadasz is a fantastic second choice behind Travis Frederick. I'm sold on Biadasz, and I say, you have to sign him now, but after this offseason is on, if he's still doing his thing, you got to sign him next offseason. Unless you want to start over with a new center that's going to call plays, get to know the offensive line, get to know your quarterback. We better have someone in place. Because Biadasz, I think, is by far, we're overlooking. He's an underrated player in this team, Biadasz, and I'm a fan fully now.
Like I said, he will always live under Frederick's shadow, so I don't ever see him.
But I just compared the shadow, and their shadows are almost the same.
I know, but perception is reality, and most people don't see him at that same level. And remember, Frederick played that Pro Bowl level way basically all day, every day,
yeah, he has,
3 times on
his whole
Sunday.
Career was like that. Biadasz is taking some time. But they're both from Wisconsin, right?
I know,
Aren't they Wisconsin? Go ahead, baby.
It's all right. All good. Real quick, James Snyder, by the way, he said he wants Diggs for 4 years, $80 million, for an average of about $20 million.
We literally said that earlier in the week on one of our earlier shows. We talked about Trayvon Diggs, 20. I said I think it's closer to 21. Literally right now today we heard 21. So 21 is the low side of that in my opinion. It's probably 20.85 or 20.45 or 21.
Yeah,
right there.
So the lunatic, exactly. Between the cap, the money that the cap is going to go up next year, and all the gambling income that the NFL expects to make, there's going to be plenty of money to go around to sign lots and lots of players. But when it comes to the O-line specifically, I do think Biadasz will become a much bigger priority. I've been saying this for a while, and I'm going to keep beating this drum because I do feel I'm correct. O-line game has suffered overall across the board throughout the NFL. So when you do find a player that is good or even halfway decent, you lock him down. Look at what Connor Williams just got. Because, again, he was their best.
No, rephrase. Connor McGovern.
Sorry.
Yeah. Williams went to the Dolphins. Connor. Williams went to the Dolphins. Connor Williams played center there, by the way. We couldn't get him to work at center. He sucked here at center, but there, he became one of the top centers in the league now in Miami. And then you look at Connor McGovern, $8 million a year, 3 years, $24 million with the Buffalo Bills as a starter.
There you go. So yeah, sorry, wrong Connor. But yes, McGovern, and that's what I'm trying to say. It just, in no actual world would a guy like McGovern have gotten the type of contract and situation that he did,
which is a low-level offensive line in the NFL. I think
2-3 years ago, I don't think, but we are living in different times, and the O-line situation is pretty lean across the board for every team. So that's why when Mark asked earlier too, like, are there any good guards left? And
it's hard to find any good ones left, right? Dalton Reisner is the best you got, and he's, compared to what we got out there, it's much better than the other guys that are out there. Exactly. By the way, James, we're not sorry about that. We're just talking a lot, try to get all the comments read on our little stoppage points like this. So we'll get you. We heard you. We read it already. Yes. So I agree with him on that. I mean, I think it's going to be more like $84 million a year for a 4-year extension, something like that. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Let's hope the Cowboys get it done. Now, I know that you said Marco Seppian, great segue, because he wants to know free agents, right? And that's, I don't think we're going to go free agent crazy out there. I think we're going to get a kicker. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to talk about what Des Bryant thinks about when we are maybe looking for. I think we should get a guard, but Des Bryant's looking at how about a running back? Well, Des Bryant said this. Basically, I'm paraphrasing here, but he's saying that the Cowboys should get Derrick Henry from the Tennessee Titans, which is another Zeke replacement. Dalvin Cook, you could put his name there too and say he's not as good as Henry, but it's the same mindset. Zeke a couple of years ago versus Derrick Henry now versus Cook. I'm just saying it's the same similar mindset. So Des Bryant is dying to bring back the 2010s football, I guess. I don't know. But Derrick Henry, he said, with the supporting cast the Cowboys have in Prescott, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, and he said, quote, sprinkle in some Turpin and some Deuce Vaughn. He said, quote, Derrick Henry will, this is Des Bryant saying this, quote, Derrick Henry will bring the perfect balance to execute all the firepower the Cowboys have. That's a tough offense with a tough defense. He said explosive strength, balance, and speed. So, again, he wants explosiveness, strength, balance, and speed. That's what he believes will give you an offense with Derrick Henry. He also said, quote, reminder, Derrick Henry carried the load in Tennessee with the Titans his whole entire career. He doesn't have to do that in Dallas. He says, quote, I like the idea of this year's Cowboy team, of this idea in this year's Cowboy. He wants Derrick Henry with the Cowboys. And I say no. Des, like Emmitt Smith, that wanting to run all the time, he's a little bit outdated on the running style of things. I think Des Bryant's thinking like we're going to sign Derrick Henry for like a future contract forever, keep him here for no.
Look, I want a stacked team just as much as anyone, but when Des was going through that list of guys, I'm like, at any point did it occur to you that again we don't necessarily need Derrick Henry because where is he even going to get the snaps to
if you want to
make it happen the way that Des thinks he's going
the money he's going to get is not worth it. You're going to give this guy what fucking $16 million a year, whatever he's getting in his contract right now, all this money per year to play 30% of the snaps. That's stupid, Des. Come on, Des. Now Dalvin
just doesn't make sense.
Dalvin Cook is going to be a little cheaper, but his other teams are going to fight for him and want him. I don't want Dalvin Cook for that. Zeke is their best option. You want a short yardage guy that can get you 9 touchdowns in a row in 9 games. From a yard or 2 out, that's Zeke. That's what Zeke did last year. You can pay him $2 million, and that can call it a day. If you really need someone, you got Ronald Jones, you got Lipke, you got Princeton Fant, you got a lot of other guys that might be able to do the short yardage thing. We'll see. But Zeke would be that guy because of the money. If he wants $5 million, forget about it. Buy Zeke. So I'm just saying, like, Dalvin Cook, Zeke, Derrick Henry, it's the same mindset. If these guys are going to get $10 million or more a year, forget about it. We don't know no running backs like that. We don't go back to the Zeke situation. That's exactly what these guys get broken. Dalvin Cook's got the shoulder issue. Are you kidding me? Popping that shoulder out every game? No. Derrick Henry will have an issue. He's already had some beat up days there in Tennessee. So I'm just saying, carrying the load or not, for what, 1 year? Then Pollard's gone, and he's got to carry the load again. We got Zeke again. It's the same shit. So, Dez, I love you. But you're wrong about this one. In my humble, non-football player opinion. Football lover, but not a football player like he was. So, give him a little bit of leeway there. Nonetheless,
a football lover, not a football fighter.
I've called out Emmett's my favorite player of all time for saying you just want to run the ball all the time. That's not going to happen in this NFL, and he's got to grow up from that, Emmitt Smith, and get into the new age of football we're in now. I'm saying the same thing to the great Dez Bryant. Just saying. So
not sure. What's up, Frame Rippers? Not
Frame
really sure
Rippers
why
in the
it's
house.
so echoey today. We have the mic a little further back, but
damn, is it echoey? I'm sorry.
So
shit.
I mean,
hello, test.
Nobody said anything till now, so
Snug X.
We're just rolling with it.
Snug X dropping another 5 on it.
Thank you, Snug. Much love.
Snug into hizzy. Let me make sure I put him up on the board. He's definitely moved up a couple spots, breaking that tie in that 12th spot.
And you know what he said?
I want to know what he said. Tell me.
We all know why I sent this.
I was going to say we know why.
Yeah,
I didn't see what he said. Yeah, for the running game. Yeah.
So, thank you, Snug, again. Appreciate you. Much love. Let me go ahead and kind of hit up a few comments here.
Hits that 8th spot, by the way, on the board. Just wanted to say.
So, let me see. Deluncic said either Williams or McGovern. Both surprised us with the money that they got.
and it
doesn't matter which country you're talking
exactly.
about.
No, I just wanted to clarify, but both guys, exactly. I mean, Williams got a little less money, but he was still a bigger wild card. I think they knew what they wanted to use him in Buffalo for, and they think he's the guy that's going to help Josh Allen. We'll see what happens. He'll be on that Madden cover.
So, Akeem Sears, what's up? Hello and hi. By the way, guys, if you are rolling in here and you didn't know, if you close out the little chat and you go to gifts there, where next to live chat where it says there, and click accept gifts, you can join the membership, because guess what? We had some awesome, lovely gifted memberships from Jason Renfro and Skeptical Fan, respectively. And there's still a few out there up for grabs. It is a first come, first serve situation, though. So, if you do want to become a member, now is the perfect time. So, because you don't even have to do anything except say accept gifts and say thank you to Skeptical or Jason.
Yep, guys, make sure you do it right now before this. I'm sure we'll do it next stream too.
We're wrapping up the stream here in the next
one last topic, and it's your favorite topic, baby.
I can't wait.
But first, before all of that, I gotta have another topic here, because we got somebody who's just changing things right now, baby. I gotta bring him up right now. The great, the one and only, the guy who's now the leader in the Cash App, David S., is now the leader on the overall board. He dropped a $2 holler.
Ooh,
Go Cowboys.
David.
That didn't put him over the top, though. I still kept him in third. But the $69 holler after that. Giggity. First place for David S. He's back. And he's corralling the takeover,
Thank you,
it looks
David,
like.
Much love. I'm assuming your comment on that was Go Cowboys?
Oh, I'll tell him. No, he had a great comment. He had Go Cowboys. At the $69, he actually had dropped some knowledge. I'm going to leave David S.'s name up there, because he's repping it right now in the Cash App and the overall board in first place. Now, of course, we got star level members. Much love, we shout them out. Got the gifting levels, right? You see the gifting leaders right now. Skeptical Fan barely in front of Jason Renfro, a battle up there. Of course, Skeptical's the king of that last month. We're starting a new month here in June. He's the leader right now in June. Everybody in the house, like Snug X, sponsor of the week, the Cash App King, everybody. Marco Seppian, 64 points on the stream boss. Much love to everybody. We had to roll out the red carpet for David S. He said this, quote, "Fair catch to the 25 is only on kickoffs, not punts." Now, I don't know if that changed recently, David. And let me know. I hope he's in the chat.
Yeah.
Because what we said, what we read and heard, and I actually explored on this, kickoffs and punts that are fair caught inside the 25 automatically go to the 25. So maybe they're tweaking it. Maybe I got some of that info wrong.
Definitely not
I'll
100%
double check it
by training camp, but I'm almost positive I thought it was the way that you said.
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
I said multiple locations saying punts and kickoffs. If you
and
fair
from
catch
my
aside,
understanding, I thought it was for consistency reasons too.
Well, remember, I like the 25-yard line thing, moving punts to the 25 like kickoffs. I have no problem with that. My issue is the fair catch on punts makes it a lot more difficult to kind of aim your punt and be more strategic. You got to kick it all the way out of bounds. If you're going to fair catch that, right? You got to kind of coffin corner it and kind of catch the outside before it goes into the end zone. So it's going to change the special team side of things, which is perfect because we're talking special teams here in a minute. But
super quick, Akeem, I just wanted to know, it's not that the Cowboys almost signed Diggs, it's just that it seems like there's at least some forward progress and that both sides are starting to talk about things.
Checking in with each other. That's the Cowboys front office is checking in, seeing how things are going with Diggs and his agent. So we'll see.
See, now the lunatic is saying I thought it was kickoffs only.
I'll double check it. I remember Turpin talking about it. He said on kickoffs, he goes, on punts, you know what I'm saying, he will have to fair catch some of those, and it comes out to the 25. That's why the coaches didn't like it. It's already, guys, this is already going to the 25 on kickoffs. You guys knew this, right? Last year, the year before that, and the year before that, every kickoff went in the end zone, went to the 25-yard line. Punts, 20. Now both go to the 25. And what I think, we'll check this tomorrow or Tuesday, punts as well. You fair catch it on the 1, you don't get it at the 1, you get it at the 25, which I don't like personally. That's just me.
I have to agree.
So I don't know, but we'll check that. David S. The takeover is no joke from David S. Much love to him and everybody else, like guys like Skeptical Fan, Jason Refa dropping those gifted memberships, guys. Make sure you go to your little gift, however you do that. I don't know how you do that. And your little $sign, the little, the super chat button
you have
there.
to close the chat and then
you close the chat.
Next to where it says live chat, there's a little button there that says gifts. And you just have to accept gifts, and then bam. So
I didn't even know that. I only knew that until now. This is the first time I've seen that or heard about that. So get your gifted memberships. There's a couple of them still left. Go in there and grab them, turn it on to receive gifts and memberships, and you'll get yours here at MCF. Now, let's finish this up because I do have one last picture on my thumbnail that I had to kind of discuss, and I picked it. I could have probably did this tomorrow or the next day. It's that bottom right under that field goal post. The USFL kickers.
I'm dreaming of
a kicker.
A kicker.
Well, baby, we're going to talk about it real quick because we talked about kickers off the street, right? Veterans, Crosby and Gold and all these other guys. But we've been hearing a lot more from Will McClay, especially most recently. Will McClay said this, but Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones said, XFL, USFL, we're looking there too. Now, they brought that up specifically like to me it stands out. So let me look at a couple kickers from the USFL. All right? The first guy is on our front thumbnail, right there, the bottom right. Now, he's playing there with the USFL, right? Mm-hmm. His name is Luis Aguilar. Luis Aguilar. Cowboys are now casting a wide net to find their kicker. Luis Aguilar currently holds the distinction of leading the USFL in scoring. He's been responsible for 65 points just on his own. He's attempted the most field goals in the USFL. 21 field goals. He made 18 of them. Career long, 56 yards. And he's also made 11 of his 12 extra points. He turned heads a couple weeks ago when he led the Philadelphia Stars to a victory, connecting on 8 field goals. We talked about this, actually. This guy at the bottom right made 8 field goals. They got all their points off his foot. 24 points. They won 24 with the game winner at the end. 24-21 they won against the New Jersey Generals. That was a playoff game as well. He's an Arizona native. Aguilar played college football at FCS school, Northern Arizona, and went undrafted in 2022. All right, so he went to the USFL, his first taste of professional football. His performance has been very good there. So now a lot of teams are looking at him right now to maybe pick him up. Cowboys like USFL guys. This might be a guy they're going to take. Now, another guy, I'll read a name. I don't know if you know some of these names. Matt Coughlin? Coughlin. He's the most accurate kicker in the USFL right now. He connected 15 of 16 field goals. He nailed all 16 extra points. Second in the USFL in points, has very good leg strength. He has a career long of 55 yards. Decorated kicker at Michigan State. He set almost every record in Michigan State in his 5 years. He played 5 years there with the Spartans. He never missed an extra point in college. And he has not done that yet in the USFL as well, right? So he's not known for having, Conklin is not known to have the strongest leg at Michigan State, but his leg strength increased throughout his time in the USFL and appears to be growing. And he played with the New Orleans Breakers. So another guy, Matt Conklin, another guy to kind of look at. Again, the guy at the bottom is Luis Aguilar.
Cowboys already let us know, and they've let us know for several weeks now, if we get a kicker / when we get a kicker, the places we're looking for are the XFL, the USFL, all these other kind of like little minor league little things here, right? So, the fact that that's been mentioned specifically so many times now, like 3 to 4 times.
USFL, yeah.
Kind of lets me know I do think we'll end up picking up one of those guys. because it doesn't sound like the Cowboys are even interested in trying to grab like a free agent kicker on the NFL side.
Yeah,
of
like
things,
like a veteran
sense.
guy, like a Crosby or a Gold or a Prater or one of those guys.
Exactly.
Now,
so the names that we've been bringing up all season.
Yeah. Now, a couple other names I have for you guys. Chris Blewett. Now, it's a funny name because I remember playing against him. I think he was with the Texans maybe. I don't know, but he played against us a year or two ago. Yeah, I could make fun of his name. Chris, he blew it. He blew that kick. I don't know if I want this guy on our team with that name, but he's familiar to a lot of us because his last name, Blewett. That's a lot of people remember him. I remember Chris Blewett because he actually, the only one in the USFL on my little short list, he's the one that actually made it to the NFL. So, that's the first part. He's a Virginia native. Had a productive college career at Pittsburgh. He broke most of the Pittsburgh school records for kicking. He went undrafted in 2017, so he's been around for a while. But he's been on multiple practice squads in his career in the NFL. He did get some NFL action with the Washington Commanders. That's who we played. But we played him when they had him, Chris Blewett. I remember that. The Commanders, they had him in 2021. And I think it was Dustin. Was it Dustin Hopkins? I think it was the kicker for Washington Commanders. Was released just earlier, I think that week, and Blewett was picked up and thrown into our game. Now he was cut 2 weeks afterwards, after having 3 different field goals get blocked. So does he have a blocking issue? I don't think he's that good, but he's a guy that's known in the NFL, and he's a guy that's going to be available from the USFL. Blewett has returned to Pittsburgh, playing for the Pittsburgh Maulers in the USFL. And he's doing a little better than in the NFL. He connected on 11 of 14 field goals, and he made 6 of his 8 extra points. He's the most experienced. This is the only thing. He's not a good kicker to me, but he's at least, I guess you could say, he's the most experienced. I don't give a shit because Maher's experienced, and we don't want him back. So he's the most experienced name on this list. And he has that Pittsburgh connection. I mean, maybe Mike McCarthy. I don't know.
You never say never, right?
Just let's not blow it with Blewett. How's that sound? Now, another guy, Alex Kessman. Another kicker, Pittsburgh connection. Kessman is also from the Pitt Panthers college team. He took over as a starting kicker when Blewett. Now, when Blewett left Pittsburgh, he took over as the kicker for Pittsburgh. In college, and hasn't been that great, guys. He did set an NCAA record as the most accurate kicker from beyond 50 yards. Brett Maher. He hit 12 of 18 kicks from 50 yards or farther. So he has that Brett Maher feel to him, right? However, he's never made 80% or more of his field goals in a season. He missed at least 1 extra point in each of his final 3 years in college. He was undrafted in 2021. Kessman, in the preseason in 2021, was cut by the Chargers. Then he landed with the Jets later on in that year. Then he actually had his NFL debut. He does have actual NFL experience, but he did not get to kick a single field goal, and he kicked 2 extra points. He missed both of them. So a lot more Maher-like than we want to think. So when you hear Kessman, say no man. Kessman, no man. So again,
I
don't want him.
We've been on that roller coaster rodeo.
We don't need a guy.
Do it again.
We need a guy who's kind of like iffy all the time. That's what we have with Maher. So Kessman, he did good in the USFL. He made 13 of 15 field goals for the Memphis Showboats. But he's missed 3 of 10 extra points in the USFL. He's done good kicking, a little better, but he still stinks, guys.
David asked, by the way, he said they should take him, but I bet 20 it'll be Crosby. I would
love Crosby.
I would
or
like
Gold.
him, but if I'm really listening to what the Cowboys seem to be putting out there, so to speak, it doesn't seem like they're leaning in that direction.
Well, we have talked about these other names. I just want these other names, like the known names. We talked about them till we're blue in the face, so we're not focusing on them today. I'm focusing on what Will McClay said a couple days ago. That USFL, XFL is where they're looking as well, and they keep saying this, and they keep saying it to try to, we're going to trade for a kicker, we're going to pick up one of these veterans, but then they keep talking about, but the USFL has great talent, so we're looking into this, and Kessman, do not say his name, because he's Brett Maher, it's just in a different skin. So Brett, to me, he's very similar to, all the analysts say that Kessman is very similar to Brett Maher. Strong leg, great from 50 or more, but inside of that, he's less than 80%. He misses all his extra points. Fuck that shit. No Kessman. No need.
Yeah,
no thank you.
We have enough issues here.
No need. The last guy on the list, the last guy, and I don't mind Aguilar. I don't want the last 2 I talked about. Brandon Aubrey. We talked about Matt Conklin, who I liked a little bit because he's the most accurate guy in the USFL. Brandon Aubrey is right behind him. He's like the second most accurate guy in the USFL. I'll say that. He's a kicker from the Birmingham Stallions. Very reliable. when he's been needed to kick field goals. The only issue with him is that the Stallions didn't use him that much, so he hasn't had he has small sample size for kicks. So unlike the other two guys that have hit more accurately,
a lot more,
or made it more under pressure as the main point scorer for their respective teams. Now he's accurate because he hit 9 of his 10 field goal attempts in the NFL, in the USFL. Mm-hmm. That's all he had, 10. There are only 3 kickers, and one of them is a punter, by the way, and not on the team anymore with fewer attempts than 10 field goals. So he's the fourth least attempted field goal guy in the USFL. Do you really want to take a guy that unproven, even though he hit 9 of 10? Do you want someone that's kicked 10 field goals in his professional career? Hell no. So again, he's beating out guys like our punters that don't even kick field goals in the USFL. So but my thing is, this guy, he doesn't have a strong leg. That's the other issue. Career long, 49 yards. He's a Texas native. He went to Notre Dame for soccer. Standout player in college. Aubrey was a first-round pick in soccer, but in the MLS Super Draft in 2017, he played 2 seasons in the United States Soccer League before getting released. He's currently in the USFL tenure. It's he's right there right now, currently still there with them with the Birmingham Stallions. But that's his first. The USFL was his first foray into the football world, into the NFL world. Let's say that. So American football. He's been highly accurate now. That's the great thing about him. He's made 24 of 24 extra points. Made all the extra points. But it's clear that the Stallions, the Birmingham Stallions, did not see him as a finished product. They only used him 10 times for kicks and went for it on 4th down. They didn't trust his leg, and he's only got 49. He only hit him for 49 yards. This is career high, career long.
Yeah, that's
not good signs there. You got Maher types that miss him short, make him far. This guy can't make him far ever. So he's accurate, but he's not many opportunities. He can make the extra points, but he can't make the field goals. From 40 plus. Maybe Fossil can finish the project that was being made there in Birmingham with the Stallions. Mm-hmm. That would be his only chance to really return to NFL football. So these are the 5 guys I named. And what I'm trying to say is there are not many good names. And my point here is, outside of Luis Aguilar, who's on our cover here, on our here, I'll just put him right here, right? That Luis Aguilar, probably to me, without question, the best option from the USFL. If we're going to roll a dice, let's roll a dice who's accurate. Roll a dice on a guy who's accurate, used to being relied on for kicks. He's had a good college career. He's had a very good USFL career so far. If you're going to take a chance on anybody, go with Luis Aguilar. That's my vote. And in reality, if you want to go who you want to go to make this team, who would I choose to make this team? And I guess what I'm trying to say is, who would I choose to stay on this team as a Cowboy with the star in the helmet? None of these guys. None of them. I want to bring in a veteran like Robbie Gould, like Mason Crosby, like Matt Prater. And I keep going on and on because I know Nick Folk's about to release, and we were Cowboy. Again, I don't want Maher. They got Suck Up out there.
If all we had was like $6-7 million available, like, I can maybe understand why the Cowboys would be so hesitant over dropping anything more than like the cheapest possible amount on a kicker. But gosh darn it, Cowboys, you have more than plenty of money. Even if you earmarked it for something else, like you're in a situation where exactly, like it is kind of hard to wrap your head around in that regard. But real quick, David S.
in the house.
We usually don't bet on the Cowboys, but I guess I'll let Mr. MCF decide that. I said, I'll bet you had MCF that Crosby will be the kicker.
Again, to me, it makes all sense, right, David? Why? Green Bay Packer connection. McCarthy knows Crosby, and that should be enough to pull him in. But he's been a little less accurate, Crosby, in recent years. I mean, I still would rather take him than any USFL guy. I like Crosby. I like Gold. I heard his leg is not as good as it used to be as well. So there's reasons why these guys are still unsigned. But the Cowboys are waiting it out. I have no problem if they have one of these names I mentioned. There's 5 names I mentioned. One of these guys ends up a Cowboy. I'm cool with it. And I don't mind if they get USFL guy Luis Aguilar. Bring him in too. Let's have a kicking competition. But I go with the veteran. If he makes his field goals, Crosby or Gold or anybody makes it, then sign him for the kicker for this year. And I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't want to think about, will Maher make it? I don't need that crap anymore. So let's get a guy who's going to make him, and let's make him from 49 and let's make him 50 and under. And if we have to take a 55-yard kick and he can't make it, whatever, you want to risk it, so punt the goddamn ball.
Exactly. It's a very different scenario, and as far as the biggest difference, I think it's more about how open and accepting we are in one scenario versus the other, right? Like I do think there is a difference there. So, you guys cracking me up. So, let me see. Snuggerx said, I'll take destroying at this point. He's a popular YouTube kicker.
Oh, is he? Really?
Guys, I'll take a toddler kicking over like a potted plant in someone's backyard right now.
And then you guys are good with Luis Aguilar. I think that anybody right now, even Luis Aguilar, is better than Tristan Vizcaino, who's our kicker right now. So, yeah, I feel you guys on that. Anyone over Maher and anyone over Vizcaino, except for Maher. I don't want either guy.
Just in case.
Let's start wrapping this up. That's it. You guys tap me out. All the news, info, and updates done for the night on a Sunday. Kind of a weekend wrap up, but it's also a whole week discussion and a finale tonight. I'm going to do the shout outs. I know we're going to do this really quick. Any other comments before I kind of go full drive into this here, baby?
Let me see. David S. also said, as soon as McManus was released by the Broncos, Peyton called the Cowboys and asked them if they would give a 7th round pick for him.
And that's the thing, guys. Cowboys let McManus hit the streets. The next day he was signed by the Jacksonville. Actually, day and a half later, 2 days later, signed by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just like that. And that was a chance for us to pick up a solid kicker and have no worries about, he's going to miss the extra point. He's going to have a streak of 4 games. He's going to have shitty kicks. That guy's solid. That's what we want. We don't have to have the best ever. We don't have to have Justin Tucker. We just need solid. Somebody's going to be good to make the freaking 50 yarders and closer. Let's knock them all through. Extra points, knock them all through. That should be enough for this offense to put up the points we need. Go for it on 4th down sometimes, or punt it if you need to, if you're out of that field goal range. But let's not kick 62 yarders just because. Let's see if Maher can make it. That's dumb shit. They get the ball on they get the ball on our 45. Now our defense got to play tough again, and they're going to blame the defense.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those areas where McCarthy is surprisingly conservative.
That's the hope.
As far as going forward and things like that. So, But we'll have to see. Now, real quick, guys, again, huge shout out to every single person here.
Everyone
representing,
tonight.
Showing the love, spreading the word, all that good stuff.
Sharing this out.
Yeah, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You guys can follow us on all social media at MyCowboysFamily.
Yes.
And by the way, hop into our Discord as well. The link is down below.
Don't forget those memberships, by the way. Memberships right now.
If you want to be a member
like David
at MCF, all you have to do is hop in there, guys. If you close the chat right there, it'll say gifts, accept gifts, and then bam, that's it. That's all you need. So
listen, hey, you guys can, if you guys, again, like people that are like David and others, if you guys put on, accepting gifts, you will receive a membership. I'm pretty sure there's at least 3 or 4 left out there. So go and grab them if you get a chance. Be part of the fun. And into the regular season, you guys are going to see it really get heated up.
And the Mod Squad with the trigger fingers. Thank you guys.
I saw something flip off the screen real quick. Thank you. If that was one of those Mod Squad needs.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys. Always. That's what I'm talking about. The Mod Squad's in the house. Always repping it. But yes, much love. Extra special love. First of all, Skeptical Fan, who's our gifting membership winner. He's the king of the membership gifting of the month of May. This month, he is the leader currently with 20 gifted memberships. Jason Renfro's right behind him. I think he's got 13 or 15, 14, I think.
Yes.
14 or 15. It's a battle, and you guys are awesome, so thank you. Another week continues next week on that. That's for the whole month of June now.
And one last time, guys, again, just close out the chat right there, like next to the little live chat thing. There's going to be a button that says gifts. If you click on it, all you have to do is accept gifts, and then bam, it is on a first come, first serve basis.
Yeah, once you hit that, it will open it up for you.
Try to take advantage, because we are wrapping things up now.
When we open up the next one, and like a premiering a video or something like that, those memberships will still be there, and they'll be given out for those in the next live stream before even the stream starts. Anybody who jumps in there, they have it set on. We'll take those as well before we even go live again. So you want to try to get them now if you get it while we're live. If you guys can get it, go grab it now. It should work. I mean, it definitely will work. And let me know when it comes up on the screen. It should ring the bell, right? Scare the hell out of me. Yeah. By the way, in the future, I think next week, I'm going to try this little new thing. I'm going to announce it on Monday or Tuesday. But when we do the Cash App, we're going to have a special sound. You're going to hear, and it's a Cash App drop. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see it now, not just on the screen, but you're going to hear the Cash App is going to be part of this thing too. You're not necessarily hitting the points, but the Cash App is going to be in the audio side, not just going to be shouting it out. It's going to be your guys' drops. It's going to be ringing on our phone. So that's going to be interesting for next week. I'm going to try to set that up so we can have that additional kind of bonus in the background. So when someone's dropping Cash App, and I know when it's happening. Sometimes I lose track of that, and I announce it like 20 minutes later, and I apologize. But keep it rolling here. We try to do, right?
So, yes, absolutely. And again, Thank you to everybody here hanging with us, especially to, SnugX,
the sponsor
of the week,
but also the
Cash App King, representing on both sides of the board there.
Snug, we know why. We know why. And Mark, don't forget Mark, the man
Mark
from Hawaii.
Second is still bossing that stream around. He was starting to lose it, then came back.
He built it back
upped
up.
His numbers a bit there. He's
64
got 64
points.
Right?
Yeah, but baby, you know who the winner is now for this week? The winner in the Cash App, the winner in the overall board.
It is the man, David S.
Woo! David S. in the house, in the chat right now. Much love to him. He's destroyed the Cash App side. He's got his crown back on his head starting tomorrow. And he's also our sponsor of the week starting tomorrow. What domination. Again, great job by everybody out there in the battle, like Jason Renfro, Mark, Hopesepi, and of course, Skeptical Fan. But in the end, David S. pulled it out and has another takeover. His second one. He's one of the new G's here on MCF. But now, I think 2 out of 3 weeks for him, I think it's been, or maybe 2 out of 4 weeks. Domination from David S. He's got the takeover going on. Much love to David S. repping it, starting tomorrow. So appreciate him. Appreciate all you other guys in here that have been holding it down. SnugX, Marco Seppi, and the others, the gifting the memberships, Jason and Skeptical, and everybody who's dropped the love tonight. I'm going to do the quick shout out, baby. Skeptical Fan, Jason Renfro, Brandon James Shea, part of the membership club, Dwayne Broussard, of course, SnugX, much love. David S., Mark Hopesepian. You guys been just fantastic. And everybody else who's got those memberships, got at least 20 memberships out there that were given out today. Congrats to those that are joining the club. Joining that membership here at the family.
So let me go ahead and do the final shout outs here.
And make sure you hit those comments too when you hit the shout out. I know we did the combo, right? The shout out, the shout outs for the night, and then the combo with the comments.
So thank you, Harold Jones. Take it easy. Have a great night. Like I said, David S. Much love. Always watching.
Always love, man. Much love.
Lurking action there. So
appreciate you. And that's
Drums and Cowboys. Shout out to you. Much love. Scorpio representing it. Rolando Rodriguez. Have a great night. Lost in translation. Take it easy as well. Yeah. The man, the lunatic. He's dropping those clown show
the Godfather,
emojis, right?
It's been a little clowny sometimes with this.
Harold Jones, take it easy. Snug X, much love to you. Saying a troll, right? Like it's been a while. It's been a while, but
it's football season's coming around the corner, right? Trolls come out.
Is here.
Not at night, but during football season.
Yeah, the trolls are more the opposite. When the weather gets cold outside, they tend to run inside, right? So, the lunatic, of course, much love to you. Harold Jones representing it. Keem Sears, what's up?
Keem.
Bigfoot, of course, was in here. Drums and Cowboys, hello. Frame Rippers, a.k.a. Voodoo Alpha, much love. Raymond Solis, hello and hi. Let's see. Marco Seppian, of course.
Always.
Much love, Mark. And, let me see. I think, that's about as far back as I can go. So, come back down, guys. Again, huge shout out to everybody here hanging with us. But
what happened, baby?
Yeah, well, why do we do what we do?
We're doing it at the Cowboys Club here. The guys. As we say goodnight here from our side of things here with our, we're repping it here. This is last year. This is 2 years ago at the Falcon Cowboy game in Dallas. But guys, we can't do this without your love and support. Truly appreciate you all. Thank you for dropping your knowledge. Appreciate humbled by your drops of love. But baby, why do we do this on the nightly here, my Cowboys family? Why do we do this on the nightly?
It's that navy blue. That silver too.
You're seeing it on your screen.
And that star over everything.
Over everything, guys. Win, lose, or draw, good, bad, ugly. Here. We're going to always rep that star over everything. And never forget the number one thing right here in this channel. Almost 6 years, less than a month away for 6 years and beyond on My Cowboys Family on YouTube. Never forget the number one thing here, now, and forever. As always, go Cowboys. Let's get that 6 and beyond, family. Let's do it. Thank you all. Truly can't do this without your guys' abilities. I love my freaking Echo machine. It's great, isn't it? Guys, I cannot do this without your love and support and your drops of knowledge in the chat. So thank you for making this, as it always is, a back and forth discussion on our Cowboys news, info, and updates. But of course, truly humbled by your love and support, whether Cash App, Super Chats, whichever, memberships, gifting. Humbled by the best fans of all YouTube here at the Cowboys Club and Grill. Vape and bar here. Guys, thank you again. It's time to clock out officially for tonight, for the week. Relock and reload tomorrow for a new show, a new week. and beyond, guys. We get another week closer to the season to kick off, training camp, and all that. I cannot wait. I know you guys can't either. So, baby, before we can drop out officially for the night and clock out of here, what do we got to do before we're out of here, dropping out? What do we got to do first?
We got to drop.
Wait, we got to drop what? I'm sorry. Before we're out of here, baby. I know, I wasn't ready. Before we are fully
See, I was ready.
vested out of here, guys, for the night. And truly, thank you all. We had a much longer stream than we thought. That's what this thing is about. Sometimes you never know what's going to happen. Guys, can't do this without you. Thank you all. Before we can drop out for the night, baby, what do we got to do?
We got to drop the beat.
The beat officially dropped. And we're dropping out of here for the night. David S., the champion. For a great battle there with Mark, Jason, Skeptical. And, of course, Snug X. Keeping that crown warm, passing it down to Mr. David S. in the house, as well as that sponsor of the week. And we are out of here, guys, on My Cowboys Family. Another weekend finale right here for another Cowboys chat on My Cowboys Family. Here in MCF with us, the wife, MCW, and the rest of us, as we look for a guard, a kicker, and maybe some of this money going to CeeDee Lamb and Trayvon Diggs. We shall see. We shall see, guys. It was another great one here, another great week. Knocking on wood, it continues for, and everyone stays healthy. Right here in My Cowboys Family for our Cowboy team on their practice field, which is getting repaired right now. Here, it's always about. Here at MCF, it's always about that navy blue, that silver too, and that star over everything. Never, ever forget the number one thing right here in My Cowboys Family. Much love to all. We'll see you back here tomorrow for a new week, for another one. Can't do this without you all, guys. Have a good night. Stay safe. Rest well. Peace. And never, ever forget, Go Cowboys!
Monk on the beat.